use, something like Cashback Match. Discover matches all the cash back you earned at the end of your first year, automatically, dollar for dollar, because when it comes to rewards, you can't go wrong with cash back. Finally, rewards that make sense. Discover. Exceptionally common sense. Learn more at discover.com/match. Limitations do apply.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. You're driving along and some nimrod cuts you off. You hit the horn. Jeez, it sounds like a goose in distress. Time to head over to eBay Motors. They have horns for every make and model, not to mention horn pads, steering wheels, wiring, and more. 122 million parts. You can even go for an upgrade. That looks like Mr. Cutoff Man needs a new seat cover. Try eBay Motors, pal. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
If you missed the Brian Bailey Show, you missed.
Ronald Vincent, North Carolina's all-time winningest high school baseball coach. The league itself, I think, helped get you guys ready, didn't it?
Right, because, we really play between Conley and South Central and Hubert. You can see great pitching every night. It's tough competition, and you have to play all 21 outs under the pressure situation. Yeah, it does help a lot.
Tune in Mondays at noon for the Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, right here on Pirate Radio.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, Classic Cola, Cherry Cola, Citrus Soda, and Orange Soda. You hear that? It's seltzer with a pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Pick up some new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda at your favorite retailer today. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989, and the official beer of the ECU Pirates.
Thursday, September 1st. Save that date, Pirate Nation, because the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party is back.
That's right. The excitement for the 2022 football season is building every day, and we are super pumped about the return of the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party presented by Bud Light on Thursday, September 1st.
Save the date now and stay tuned for more details coming soon about the Party of the Year, just days before ECU takes on the Pack in Greenville.
We are Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medispa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available. Visit us at beautybarmedispa.com. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Go Pirates!
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
Everybody's thinking we're having some inventory issues in the car business, which some of it's true. For used vehicles, Brown & Wood has a lifetime powertrain on every vehicle you buy from us, new or used. So even when you buy a used vehicle from Brown & Wood, you have lifetime powertrain. We cover the engine, transmission for as long as you own the car.
Brown & Wood, your number one dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over Greenville has you covered with no third party needed. Wings Over Greenville has its own in-house delivery service. Be sure to celebrate graduation with Wings Over by ordering a large tray of wings, tenders, and waffle fries. Open till 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, Wings Over has everything to cure those late night munchies. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville. They deliver. The 80s and 90s were filled with obnoxiously loud styles. Dudes wore crop tops and super high shorts and rocked it with the confidence of 10,000 Sean Connerys and Tom Sellecks combined. And at Tailgate Classics, their mission is to bring that energy back. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Cam Higley, Tailgate Classics has a unique line of vintage and retro tees, polos, jerseys, hats, and more. Go by the store today at 304 Evans Street in Greenville and check out their website at shoptailgateclassics.com.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 at 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Hi. Was that supposed to be funny?
I got a little taco meat on my chest.
Let's get the pumping.
Does anyone really care?
I know Clip said he packed us in, so I'm just glad that I can prove Clip wrong.
So know your role. You a star, be a star. You a role player, you be the best damn role player there is.
It's gonna be fun. We in the thick. I mean, everybody gonna be loud. I'm gonna be loud with them. I'm screaming too. Like, yeah, let's go, let's do this. You ready for this?
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Hey, good Friday to you and yours. Welcome in to Pirate Radio Live here on a hot day in Eastern North Carolina. Clip Brock here inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930. Also, you can find us online, PR927FM.com. And you can watch the show on Facebook Live and on YouTube. Make sure you like us on Facebook. We put up a lot of content there, video, also articles, updates on what's going on right here in the Pirate Nation and former pirates as well. It's all there for you on Facebook. On our YouTube page, you can find great videos like this show throughout the week. The Brian Bailey Show, our ECU postgame videos, which we'll have another one for you tonight as East Carolina continues their series with the Houston Cougars, and the Pirates have won 12 games in a row. Another victory last night. We'll recap that in a moment right here on Pirate Radio Live. Shirley Rhodes is here wearing her green. CJ Schaefer has the flow, and no Chandler Honeycutt today. He'll be back with us on Monday unless another one of his friends gets married.
Chandler's Mr. Popular, isn't he?
I guess he's got a lot of friends who get married. He has a lot of friends that can pick up women. He needs to figure out what they're doing, because he's having trouble with that.
He's not even here to defend himself.
I know, that is really mean. I should not have said that. But we have to roast him because it's Friday and we're here and he's not. So,
of course. He didn't even compliment you on your new haircut, didn't he?
You want to defend yourself? Be here. Show up. Ass in seats, right?
That's right.
He has not said one thing about my new look.
How selfish of him.
My makeover.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Splendid.
It's nice. I tell you, man, it got too hot.
Yeah.
I had to do it.
I think I'm going to be next soon.
I had anxiety on the way home. It was so hot yesterday. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something crazy.
Oh, so this was on a whim?
Kinda.
Oh, wow.
It had been in the works, but it was a pretty quick decision to just go to town. All right. Chandler's not here. We will survive without him. Coming up on today's show, Brian North joins us in about 20 minutes or so. We'll talk about everything going on in the world of sports. It is a great sports weekend, an underrated sports weekend. PGA Championship, Preakness, Canes, Pirate Baseball, NBA playoffs.
USFL, I guess, if you want it.
USFL, your international side. That's got to be coming down to the wire, right? Your Premier Leagues.
Last weekend.
This is the last weekend.
Mm-hmm. All-Star race.
All-Star race, Sunday, Texas. Yeah, something for everybody.
Yep.
That's awesome. So we'll talk about it with Brian North coming up at about 3:25. There is not a darn thing going on in the NFL, is there? I don't know what we're going to talk to Tony about. Michael Vick is joining a random league.
I saw something about that. I didn't really read into it, though.
Well, guess what? I'll give you the details coming up at 4 o'clock.
Awesome.
So we'll talk some NFL with Tony Dunn. Maybe break out. I want to save this mostly for Bryce. I don't want to ruin it and do it too much, but we might have to play a little 5-second game with Tony Dunn.
We can get a couple games in.
An hour or two. Just a little pickup action. Nothing sanctioned. It will not go on our records, our permanent records, but maybe just a little pickup action at 4. Morgan Ahlers joins us at 5 o'clock. Saw earlier today that Holton Ahlers is having a football camp, his very own, and this will be coming up July 23rd at D.H. Conley High School. You can go to HoltonAhlers.com and register your kid. It's his first annual youth football camp, ages 7 to 15. It's $50. And it's pretty cool.
And he said there will be some limited edition apparel at the camp too. So
limited edition apparel. There is a water balloon toss.
Oh,
that sounds fun. Competitions, prizes, and more. So Holton Ahlers was talking to Morgan about that and more coming up at 5 o'clock. Also, Ryan Gosney will join us. He will be the third coach from ECU Club Baseball to join us here on Pirate Radio. And they have had a lot of success in that program. It is a dynasty. Gosney was a player as recent as last year. He is in his first year as the coach, and they are headed to the Club Baseball World Series going on in South Carolina next week. So we'll give all the details on that. We'll talk to Ryan in Hour 3 and also Mark Greenhelge, Golf Shop Radio Show, to talk about what's going on at the PGA Championship. And we'll start there on our rundown because Harold Varner III is done for the day, but he is not done for the weekend, it appears, because he is +2 for the tournament. Just a wild day, really been a wild tournament for him. And you could probably say this about a lot of golfers on the course, but I'm really only following Harold at this point. And just so many chances on putts that he probably should have made that could have had his score much, much better than it is. But he goes 71 yesterday, 71 today. He's +2. And the projected cut, last time I looked, was, it's going to be +3. So Harold looks like he's going to make it into Saturday and Sunday and make a little cash, play some golf, see if he can challenge the leaders, which right now, JT, Justin Thomas, is at 6 under par in the lead in Tulsa, Oklahoma at the PGA Championship. Who drafted JT? Was that you or Chandler? I've got the full list. Can you grab it? It might be right there on my calendar over there. Because Shirley is in great shape with both Will Zalatoris and Rory McIlroy, who are at 5 under, and they just started action here, day 2 of the tournament. Cameron Smith, I like him a lot. He is -3 and hopefully moving up, and he just hit one onto the green. So I'm following him. That's about my only threat, I think, at this point. Who had JT?
JT is mine.
All right.
I don't know. Who's got McIlroy?
Shirley Rhodes has McIlroy and Zalatoris.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Shirley Rhodes looking in good shape right now.
And if HV3 catches fire, I got all 3.
All right, relax. Calm down. Calm down. So Shirley in good shape but again, McIlroy and Zalatoris just getting underway on this Friday, so we'll keep up with those scores on the Buccaneer Music Hall leaderboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
Let me see if anybody's talking on Facebook. Susan Deans, of course, is, because she says #fire Matt Rule.
Yesterday you asked what she's going to do when Matt Rule gets fired. I think she should keep the same hashtag, just put a D after the E.
Fired Matt Rule?
Mm-hmm.
Make it past tense?
Yep.
All right. Josh Thomas says, how about them Pirates?
How about them?
How about them?
What a game last night.
What a game.
Two comeback wins in a row. Bats get hot late. Lots of good pitching again. When CJ Mayhew didn't seem like he was going to have it yesterday, and he didn't. Gave up 4 runs early on. Lots of guys came in and stepped up, notably Danny Beal, and a number of other guys who, for some reason, are escaping my mind right now. But I think at least I touch on this all the time now. There are a lot of pitchers who have stepped up in the past month or so.
You mentioned earlier in the week Cliff Godwin's comments about how they're going to have to find somebody other than Mayhew, Saylor, the norm.
And they're finding them all over the place.
Danny Beal, 3 innings of scoreless ball last night, and then Carter Spivey, a 3-inning save for East Carolina, his 5th save of the year. So him and Ben Terwilliger are going back and forth to see who leads the team in saves this year, as each of them have been pitching well out of the bullpen. Trey Savage goes 2/3 of an inning. And, CJ Mayhew, that's his worst start in a long, long time. Kind of due for it. He's been pitching so great, but he goes just 2 1/3. And if your starter goes 2 1/3, gives up 4 earned, and you get a win, that's impressive.
This is the kind of game that it feels like maybe, I don't know, 2.5 months ago, the Pirates go behind early. They probably don't come back. And the script is flipped on this team. I mean, we can't say it enough. This is really the hottest team in the country, and
12.
Yep, 12 straight. And you can go down early, you can go down middle innings, late. Doesn't really matter. They're going to fight.
Mike P., I'll get to your line in Facebook Live. I know you worked hard on that, so we'll give you credit, but give us a moment. Heroes last night offensively. I would like to say congratulations to Zach Agnos he's now reached base 1 game in a row, so that's a huge accomplishment.
Wonderful.
He hates me right now.
Absolutely.
Hates my guts. It's really bothers me.
Well,
and I like to think that I don't care what people think about me. I guess there are certain people that I do, though. Like Mike Mullis, I was really upset that he was upset with me. And now Zach Agnos. What am I going to do? Get him some personalized golf balls or something? Like, that might be a rules violation. I can't give him anything.
That's true.
I don't know what to do these days. Zach Agnos, 3 hits, knocked in a run, scored 2 runs, and had an electric triple last night for East Carolina. The other Pirate with more than 1 hit last night was Alec Makarevich, also Jacob Starling, who came up big for East Carolina. So East Carolina as a team last night pounding out 13 hits in the victory over Houston.
One more thing I want to mention. Last night, you said Mayhew 2 1/3, right?
Yep.
So you wanted him to go longer last night, obviously, but the bright spot could be the Pirates are going to be playing some baseball early in the week next week.
Yeah, Tuesday.
They might now have a starter.
Yeah, and you got to stay in that winner's bracket. If you do, you're playing less games. You don't want to drop in that loser's bracket, have to fight your way out of it. So, yeah, East Carolina, maybe CJ getting a little extra rest. He goes from Thursday to Tuesday if he is the starter. East Carolina scheduled to play around, so isn't the first game at 9?
I think so.
So that would be like 12:30, like in the 1 o'clock hour sometime next Tuesday in Clearwater at the AAC tournament. Let's keep this thing going. Let's win another one today. East Carolina taking on Houston, 6:30 tonight, Clark LeClaire Stadium. The series and regular season finale coming up Saturday at 1 o'clock at Clark LeClaire Stadium. You going tonight, CJ?
Sure will. I'll be there.
You asked Cliff anything last night?
No, I didn't last night.
All right. Who was represented? Yourself, P. Mace, Igo?
Igo, yeah, and Garrett Short.
Shorty.
Mm-hmm.
From Channel 9.
Yes, sir.
All right, good deal. Moving along. All right, let me get to Mike P's comment. Mike P., he knows how my bread's buttered. Wordplay. The dumber, the better. He says, Jimbo seems like he's not name, image, and liking Nick Saban at all right now. That is, I think he, I don't know. Now that I read it out loud, went a little too far.
Sometimes you got to take that reach, though.
Yeah, I don't know if I likeness that one too much, Mike P. But hey, good effort. That's what I like. You never know what's going to stick. That's why I just kind of tweet out everything that's in my brain. And like 20% of it's funny, 80% of it is dumb and makes me look like a moron.
But if you just keep tweeting, in a couple hours, they're not going to see the one that was a miss.
Yeah, I mean, major leaguers get what, around 500 bats in a year? I don't know. They're not going to get a hit every time. Sometimes they'll do a little dribbler back to the mound. It happens. All right, Pirates, HV3. Shout out to CJ's Boston Celtics last night. What a beatdown they put on the Miami Heat. And, I mean, it was over in the second quarter. Like you thought. I was hoping the Heat would make a run just so I could have something interesting to watch, and it did not happen.
This is
May.
It's May.
This is
May. This is the kind of Celtics team I think myself and everybody was expecting to see heading into Game 1. Obviously, it didn't happen because we missed out on Smart and Horford.
You were without 2, and you were coming off
a big Game 7.
Right.
series.
Maybe something to that.
Yeah. And, yeah, I think that definitely played a factor. And last night, not only was the defense exponentially better, but the offense was insane. The ball movement, it seemed like some of these guys like Tatum, I think Tatum had 27 or 29.
27.
27, and then Smart and Brown both had something around 22 to 24.
24
So
each. So there's your 3 right there.
Yeah. So it was a spread the ball around kind of effort. Lots of guys did a lot of things. The presence of Al Horford is going to save the Celtics this series a lot more than I think people will let on, just because Daniel Tice, the reason the Celtics lost to the Heat in 2020 in the bubble was because Daniel Tice couldn't stay on the court against Bam Adebayo. And now you have Robert Williams, but you also have Al Horford, so that Daniel Tice really doesn't have to play at all. So it's been a struggle for Bam so far, and I expect it to continue.
I have an affinity for undersized, tough guys. I'm glad that there's still a spot in the league in 2022 for a Grant Williams. 6'6", 236. He's just like a pit bull. But he can shoot.
Yeah.
And that's, I guess, why he's in the league, because if you are 6'6" and you can't shoot and you kind of made your money getting rebounds and playing physical in college, it might not work in the NBA, but he's shown he can step out. But I love that kind of player.
No, yeah, absolutely, and that's what makes him so valuable to the Celtics. Whether people want to admit it or not, he was a force against Giannis as much as you can be against Giannis. He played good defense, and a 3-and-D guy of his size is what the Celtics need. The Heat, one thing that they did very well in round 1 and round 2, they play zone defense, and they kind of force you to shoot threes, which a lot of teams can do. But the Heat, there's something about an Eric Spoelstra defensive zone scheme, whatever, that just makes it so effective. You can't really play that kind of defense against the Celtics because the only guy on the team who can't shoot threes is Rob Williams. So at any time, you have a maximum of 5 and a minimum of 4 guys who can shoot the ball, and that exposes guys like Tyler Hero, Max Strus, Duncan Robinson, who can't really play defense and typically have to sit in the corner so that you don't have to let them play any real defense. But you have guys that can expose that now, and it hurt them last night.
Do you like the plus-minus stat? Do you put any stock into that?
Not much.
I was hoping you would say yes.
It's always worth a look.
Can you say, just for this segment, can you say yes, it's the most important stat?
Yeah, I've never heard of anything more important in my life.
You know what, CJ, I'm glad you said that, because you know who the Celtics' most valuable player is? Peyton Pritchard.
I was about to guess that.
Plus 39.
Wow.
That's insane. So he, and only he, is responsible for that blowout last night.
Absolutely.
He did have 10 points.
His value to the team is, still pretty strong. When you get rid of a Marcus Smart, and like I said yesterday, Derek White was out, so Peyton Pritchard played a lot more minutes than he's used to, and for an undersized guy, he still plays great defense. He can shoot the 3, and a lot of what I saw yesterday, him going around off-ball screens, he finds himself open so much, and the difference between a guy like him and Derek White is if Derek White's open, you don't know if he's hitting that 3. I expect Peyton Pritchard to hit those when he gets open.
This happens every year during the playoffs. There's a guy who I've never heard of that I find in the playoffs, and he is that guy this year.
Yep.
Never heard of the dude, but playing some pretty key minutes for the Celtics. All right, I heard Brandon Walker ask this on Pick Central. I'll steal and ask the same question. Do the Mavericks have a Celtics road-like performance in them tonight against Golden State? The easy answer is no.
I think the correct answer is no. See, the difference, the Celtics, and I will defend this very hard if I have to, but I don't think I'll have to. The Celtics are a better team than the Heat, and I think they showed that last night.
Well, we also talked about how in the East you really had 4 number 1 seeds, and I guess Philly was probably a 1B at that point, but really Milwaukee, and I guess they turned into a 1B with the Middleton injury. But the Mavericks are not the Warriors.
No, it was a great run, but I'm shocked that they beat Phoenix, especially in the fashion that they did. And Luka is the best player remaining in the playoffs. I believe he's surpassed Steph Curry. I think he's a better player, but he can only do so much. And I think you might have asked before Game 1, can the role players step up?
Yeah.
I said yes. I was adamantly wrong.
Well, you've only seen one game.
Yeah.
Now you're going to completely go the other way, and Mavericks are going to win tonight.
Yeah, I'll look like an idiot again if it happens. I just have to. All I can really do is go off of what I've seen in one game, and the this isn't like I'm not blaming Luka. He didn't have a bad game per se. The Warriors, I mean, they strategized specifically to guard him with the box and one defense. They forced him to make good passes, which he made the correct pass seemingly every single time. But Jalen Brunson, Dorian Finney-Smith, Maxi Kleber, they were not hitting the shots that they typically hit.
Sometimes Luka, like all really good players, gets tired of passing to his teammates too, and takes some ill-advised shots. It's hard to picture in your brain Steph, Clay, that team on that court losing.
Right.
Now, you put them in Dallas. Sure, I think Dallas can win 2-3 home games if it goes that far. But at Golden State, I don't see it.
Yeah.
Warriors a 6-point favorite tonight at home in Game 2 of that series. It's Game 2 in Raleigh, North Carolina, PNC Arena. Hurricanes taking on the Rangers tonight. Canes win it in dramatic fashion on Wednesday night. Got a goal around the 2-minute mark left in the third by Sebastian Aho, and then Ian Cole wins it a few minutes into overtime for Carolina. That is 8 o'clock tonight on ESPN. NBA moves back to TNT, which, by the way, I am happy with. It's probably not fair. The ESPN halftime coverage might be fine, but when you're coming off the Inside the NBA crew and then you watch the ESPN coverage, it might as well be like college TV.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're...
it's not the same level at all. There's just something about the chemistry they have that's just so entertaining.
Yeah, and nobody's ever going to match that.
Right. And
nobody's ever going to do an NFL primetime like Berman and TJ.
Right.
Nobody's ever going to do the Chuck, Ernie, Kenny. And Shaq has now made himself a part of that show, but there was a time where I was like, Shaq's too much. Why'd they bring in Shaq? They had enough. They had it perfect. But I guess Shaq has now made his way into the family.
Yeah, he's I mean, like I said, it's very entertaining. And in addition to the entertainment value, I mean, they're not afraid to talk the ins and outs of basketball, but also keep it to a level that fans are excited to see. They don't.
Well, when they need them most is when you have a 40-point game. Like, I would have loved to have watched the halftime and post-game show on TNT.
Yeah.
ESPN didn't, I just went away from it. But 9 o'clock tonight, Mavs and Golden State. 8 o'clock tonight, Rangers, Carolina, Edmonton, Calgary. Tonight, 10:30 on ESPN. And you want to talk about a tale of two cities. It is red hot here in the state of North Carolina. How about Calgary? I just saw this had to cancel their Game 2 outdoor watch party because of snow and wind. So that's two different, totally different, opposite ends of the spectrum weather-wise going on right now in North Carolina and Alberta, Canada. All right, that's what I got for my rundown. Did I miss anything? Oh, Shirley told me earlier today, don't forget to mention that Gavin Williams is getting the start tonight, so folks can check that out. While they are watching Pirate baseball, you can keep an eye on what Gavin Williams is up to.
And we have a giveaway coming up in the second hour, don't we?
Let's ask Shirley Rhodes. Shirley.
Yes, we have a 4-pack of tickets to give away for the ECU baseball game coming up tonight in the 4 o'clock hour. And then in the 5 o'clock hour, I've got 4 tickets to throw in with our Free Beer Friday for Saturday's game.
I mean, what?
8 tickets.
Wait. But they got to come pick them up, right?
Yes, they have to be able to come pick them up today.
Well, we should probably do this early, right?
Do you want to do it early?
I think the 5 o'clock hour would probably be too late.
Sound the alarms.
For the Saturday tickets?
Well, they still have to pick them up.
Yeah, they still have to come and pick them up. Okay, yeah, we can do it now.
All right, you want to do... We'll do one set now and one set at the end of the next segment.
Yeah.
All right, 317-1250.
You got to be able to come and pick up the tickets before the end of the show.
And if you win and Shirley writes your name down and you don't pick up these tickets, I will find you. I'm not even going to say it.
And you don't even know if it's going to be Clip finding you or Clone Clip.
That's right. There's two of me now. Could be the guy that looks like me and Tony Castleberry combined. All right, that might be our winner. Let's take a break. When we return, Brian North joins us. We'll give away another set of tickets at the end of next segment because it is Christmas in May here at Pirate Radio Land. And we love our listeners, and we're proving it by pandering to you and giving you things. So you'll love us back. Back with more Pirate Radio Live after this.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Warren's now has 2 locations. In Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Stop in today for hot dogs, pizza, subs, apple and peach turnovers, homemade lemonade, and breakfast in Chocowinity featuring homemade cheese, ham and chicken biscuits, plus sausage dogs and more. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,000 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org, or go directly to our job postings at bit.ly/PCS employment. That's bit.ly/PCS employment. Pitt County Schools, engaging, empowering, and elevating every student and every staff member every single day.
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
When a storm hits, you can count on Greenville Utilities. They put their emergency storm plan into action to restore power as quickly and safely as possible. If you experience an outage, call them toll-free at 1-855-767-2482. The automated hotline can handle a large number of calls at once, virtually eliminating busy signals, so help can be on the way as fast as possible. Remember, GUC's emergency hotline number is 1-855-767-2482.
When I need jeans, I order online because I know exactly what I want. They have just one moving part, and if there's something wrong, I exchange them. Buying a vehicle, especially pre-owned, is way different. Lots of moving parts. You don't want to get stuck. For a worry-free purchase, visit Phelps Chevrolet. We've been here in town a very long time. You know us. You know we stand behind everything we sell. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Come get you one.
It's bow time. Our biscuit makers know a thing or two about scratch-made buttermilk biscuits.
Actually, it's 49.
That's right, 49 savory steps. So yeah, we know biscuits like the back of our hand. Because, well, these buttermilk biscuits are...
made by hand.
Yep, that Southern know-how is our bread and butter. And if you're still wondering what makes a Bojangles biscuit so good, well, just ask your mouth. Yep, that's what we thought. Come celebrate Bo's Buttermilk Biscuit Month with a scratch-made Cajun Filet biscuit. It's bow time.
Your first stop for shopping is at Shimmer Boutique. This is Ashley from Shimmer. We are fully stocked with the latest apparel, shoes, and accessories and more. If you need gift ideas or some shopping therapy for yourself, stop by today. Looking for the hottest shoes on the market? Shimmer has the biggest selection of Hey Dudes anywhere. Shimmer has the newest Yeti products and colors. Want this year's most popular bag? Shimmer has a great selection of all your bog bag needs and accessories. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, and Jacksonville.
This is Coach Steve Shankweiler, offensive line coach for East Carolina University football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Vacation spots are right here in our very own backyard, and take a trip to a state park and enjoy traditional camping, RV space, and also air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi. If you are by a lake, you be sure to check out the opportunities to rent a canoe or kayak and get out on the water. Your next adventure is right around the corner. For more information, please visit ncstateparks.gov. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio.
Are you all right?
Yeah, the music just ran out on me and it messed me up. Back to the show. Here you go.
Hey there, Shirley. Stat to consider. Shirley Rhodes, I just saw PGA Championship going on.
Stats to consider.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. It just had a list of the previous major winners on that course, including Tiger Woods, amongst others. But it said all those winners had the lead or a co-lead after 36 holes. So right now, JT in the lead, but Zalatoris, McIlroy one shot back. So you could go a long way in determining who will be the winner on Sunday by who is at the top of the leaderboard tonight.
Interesting.
So I'm going to go ahead now and start doing my winner's dance.
Well, Zalatoris and McIlroy are through hole 3, so I would wait on that because your guy's done for the day.
Yeah.
Actually, if you're going to do it, maybe you should do it now because you may not get to do do it again.
Get it out.
Did you say our winner or ticket winner, Shirley?
No, I did not. I didn't get to that
She
point.
can barely say your name.
I know.
I'm sorry. I'm asking too much.
No, yes. Casey Rice of Greenville, and
right.
he's pretty excited because it's the first time he's ever won anything. So he's going to come by and pick up the tickets. He said about 4:45.
All right. Casey's been a loser his entire life.
Oh, God.
Just loss after loss, catching L's.
Oh,
and finally, he can say he's a winner. He's probably on the phone with his loved ones right now, telling them how happy he is.
I'm sure he is.
Casey, congratulations. And coming up at the end of this segment, we'll be giving away how many more tickets?
4 more tickets
for
tickets. Saturday's game.
The regular season finale. You can be there. Maybe you've been a loser your whole life, and you can be a winner. All right. Or maybe you're just a winner all the time and can just add another one to the notch today. All right. Set out to the Pirate Radio Live line. Joining us, Brian North, to get you ready for this sports weekend. North, how you doing on this Friday?
I'm sweaty.
Yeah.
There.
It is a smoker, and good day to be inside the AC talking sports with Brian North. Brian, thought about you earlier this week with some news regarding East Carolina football. I feel like you talked about the name Camaro Edmonds a lot as he played high school football and goes to North Carolina, enters the transfer portal, and comes back to Eastern North Carolina as the Pirates add to their running back room. And I know he was a guy to watch in high school, right?
Yeah, he was one of those guys who was fast, big body, durable, ton of talent, and he's just an athlete. So whether he stays in the running back room or goes to another room will remain to be seen. But I could see him linebacker room, depending on how big he gets, defensive end, who knows. But there's definitely potential there for him to go and make an impact for the Pirate football team. You want to find athletes. He's definitely an athlete.
And again, I've said it a lot. The Pirates got, I think lucky is the word, last year that Rajay Harris and Keaton Mitchell were not only productive, but stayed healthy throughout that year. They're going to need more than 2 backs. And it sounds like Mike Houston has given the opportunity to Pop McKay to kind of take over that 3rd spot. Will he do it? That remains to be seen. But if Edmonds is added to the running back roster, might get a shot to get some carries this year because, it's almost impossible for Harris and Mitchell to get all the work and stay on the field as much as they did for 2 straight seasons.
Right. There's no doubt. Look, it's nice to have depth. It's nice to have options, right? I think that's all Mike Houston is trying to do with that roster is just get better athletes there and then figure out where to put them on the field, get better football players. And so you can't go wrong to bring in a guy who was, I believe, a 3-star guy coming out of high school. And, again, a lot of great production, but now they get him in purple and gold, and maybe he's happy there, and then you find a good place for him to get on the field. So real curious to see where it all ends up for him, but it's a nice get by Mike Houston to make that roster better.
Brian, we had Coach Houston on the show a couple weeks ago, and during that hour, he did not call out any other coaches by name or point fingers about buying players or anything. The same cannot be said for Nick Saban, who I don't think said Jimbo Fisher's name, but did say Texas A&M bought all of their recruits, and that's why they had the number one recruiting class. Jimbo Fisher fires back. I saw earlier today that I believe Lane Kiffin was going to be on the Dan Patrick show. And then Sankey, the SEC commissioner, I guess the kids were acting up, and he put a stop to all of it. He told everybody in the back seat to quiet down and wouldn't let Kiffin or any other SEC coaches do media appearances. So yesterday I said, what's next? Is this like a one-time blip on the radar, or are coaches just going to start calling out other schools and coaches by names? Well, here's what's next to start with. Radio silence. No more interviews. So there we go.
We finally get some college coaches to say something interesting. They get muzzled, and so finally some people telling the truth. We talk about coach speak all the time. We finally got Nick Saban, who obviously had an agenda there because he's getting beat, right? So I mean that's why.
That's not what's supposed to happen, Brian. Something's going on here, right? That's his opinion.
It's him trying to get the NCAA or somebody to step in and try and get this NIL stuff under control, because he lives in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. There's not a whole lot of money there. I mean, I'm sure his financial resources have been tapped out for a long time, and these other places that have deeper pockets, he's getting beat on that. And when it comes to money, money talks to these kids right now. So until things work themselves out and the market corrects itself, he's not happy with losing some of the recruits he used to get easily.
Brian, without saying any names or schools, as long as you've been covering this, we've seen a lot of guys, especially in football, leave Eastern North Carolina for the SEC for other schools. Have you heard any rumors, tall tales about, greasing palms, and how did that ant get a car? And have you heard any of this stuff over the years?
Look, there's always been talks of the $50 handshakes. They go on at ECU, too. I know players who, walking after the game or walking after practice, somebody they don't know comes up and gives them a $50 handshake.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do? Stop and start screaming at the person, "No, I will not take this money." It is what it is. It's just some places have deeper pockets than others. And there was the old pay for no work that happened for a long time, and at some of the places that had deeper pockets. But now this stuff's been going on at every institution since money was first printed and football came up with the forward pass. So it's just a matter of to what degree it happens. But those with money and want to have some influence, they've been doing that for a long time. It's just the bigger schools with the deeper pockets have been doing it longer and maybe a little more smarter and a little more readily. And this is just a different form. It's just out in the open because it's not illegal anymore. And that's been the fun part of this. And then these kids have to pay taxes on the money they get. So there's a lot more transparency, or it's supposed to be now with this, which makes it pretty crazy in this wild, wild west of what's happening with money in college sports.
Brian North joining us. The pay for no work, is that like when the linebacker would get hired at the to wash cars or something and not do it and get? Is that what you're talking about there?
Yeah. Somebody would have a landscaping business,
right? Yeah,
car dealership, and they would get hired to
and then they put in something where like you or it might still be, I don't know, but you couldn't work if you were
correct.
Yeah,
correct. Then to counteract that, yes, that's what they said. The scholarship couldn't work, and so nobody got to make any money, and then it's just been going round and round.
Yeah, it really is like I don't know, a pick an animal chasing its tail, right? And just
it is, and it really is ridiculous when you sit back and think about it. And I saw a post earlier today. Remember, it was 10 years ago when Jim Tressel was on Ohio State.
Yeah.
For, players exchanging tattoos,
right?
Getting free tattoos, and that was like brought him down at Ohio State. Now that would be considered like ridiculous for what we're seeing right now. But I just don't know how in a free enterprise, free society that you can stop people from earning money legally when it is their name, image, likeness, whatever. I just don't know how you can stop people. And now that this cat's out of the bag, I don't think you ever get it back in, or how you even regulate it.
No.
Stop me if somebody wants to pay me because they're using my name or image to promote their business. I don't know how you stop that, and I don't think they should. I think kids should be allowed to be able to take advantage of that.
It sounds crazy, and then that's a great point on the Tressel deal, because that would be a drop in the bucket today, and it's kind of why these coaches, some are up in arms, and even Mike Houston wants to somehow get a handle on this thing, because they went from kind of the status quo forever and then did like 30 years worth of change in 1 or 2 years, and it's just it's caught people off guard, and it's hard to get control of.
Right, the legal system got involved and finally said you can't keep taking advantage of these kids anymore, nor should they, because the college coaches were making all the money off of that. But I keep saying, we're in Wild Wild West territory right now. At some point, there's going to be a market correction. There's only so much money that can go around. You've got 100 players on a football team. I don't know how much money you can give out to certain people, but even top recruits. But you give the top recruits money and they don't produce, you're not getting return on your investment. So at some point, there's got to be a market correction, because it's not like the money is infinite at these college towns. Maybe it is. I don't know, but there's certainly schools who have built-in advantages. But at some point, somebody's going to be unhappy with them spending money and not getting the results that they want when it comes to the NIL deals.
And I talked to these guys that left East Carolina 3, 4, 5 years ago. Bryce Williams is a good example, who, he could have done a great NIL deal with an outdoors shop or I don't know, lawn maintenance, just something country boy related. And I say, man, don't you hate you missed out on this, Bryce? You could have done something, made a little bit. And now I feel like 5 years from now, there's a chance where we're saying, man, don't you wish you were playing in 2021, 2022 when they were just handing out money to everybody? Because you're right, it's probably going to be that correction that we're going to see once all that money's gone, and once you pay 7 5-stars that ended up leaving school or breaking a leg, or anything could happen.
And that's what I'm saying. At what point do these people who are paying this money get mad with the people, and somebody all of a sudden go missing, or somebody comes up with a broke leg or something? Look, there's a whole. This has got a long way to work itself out yet. But I'm just telling you, people with a lot of money got that way for several reasons, and making bad investments usually isn't one of them. At some point, I'm just saying, at some point, I would think that there's a correction on it, but who knows? Maybe there isn't. But I just don't think that this can continue or sustain itself like this. But I don't know how you control it. I don't think you should control it. I think if kids have the ability to make money, they should. If the talented kid in the band all of a sudden is given a record deal worth millions, you can't stop them from doing that. The only thing I question at this point, or maybe what's next, is the draft eligibility. Kids aren't eligible to be drafted until 3 years into college, and maybe you have to start changing that because you're limiting the earning potential of going to the NFL, so maybe something along there has to change. I know there's safety issues that prompted that to begin with, but I think just stopping kids from being drafted may be how you stop the transfer stuff from happening, like the deal with the kid going from Pittsburgh to UC under Lincoln Riley. Maybe if he's allowed to go to the NFL and make that kind of money, you don't have that issue of him transferring someplace else. That's the only thing I can think of to regulate right now. I just don't think you can regulate the free enterprise of if somebody wants to give you money for services, as long as those services are rendered. I don't know how you can stop that.
Brian North joining me as we solve all the world's problems here on Pirate Radio. Brian, I saw this headline. Yeah, hurricanes tonight, and it is nearly 100 degrees here in eastern North Carolina. I saw that the Flames and Oilers game 2, they had to cancel the outdoor viewing party for all the fans there in Alberta due to bad weather, and this is on the far other end, snow, wind. They're having those conditions, so they are unable to have their outdoor viewing party. The cold weather conditions will not be a case here in the state of North Carolina, but Canes coming off a Game 1 win. North looking to go up 2-0 tonight, and for 57 minutes, things were a little hairy in Raleigh on Wednesday night.
Well, undefeated at home so far, and we'll see if it continues. This is an interesting matchup with the Rangers, who they've beaten 4 out of 5 this year, but you keep waiting for the other foot to fall on that because they've been close games with New York and making those adjustments. But right now, the Canes, this has been an interesting club that has made adjustments throughout the year, in-game adjustments. Like, I don't know if I've seen a Hurricanes team that has been as good at making in-game adjustments as this year's team, because it just seems like they're going along and then they do something. And the other night, Rod Brindamore just changed up some lineups, and it worked perfectly for the chemistry and messed the Rangers up, where they were able to get some pressure on the goal in the third period, get the equalizer, and then go take that momentum into overtime. So this is one of those teams. The more you look at them, you go, this could be 2006 all over again. They do have that kind of potential, and I don't think this is a team that's going to fade. I think they're going to be right there. You're going to have to beat them and soundly beat them if you're going to knock them out of the playoffs.
8 o'clock tonight, ESPN, Canes and Rangers. It'll be Edmonton and Calgary coming up after that on ESPN as we look at the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck. And TNT tonight, 9 o'clock. It'll be Dallas and Golden State. I'll put you on the spot, North, ask you a question, and then I'll ramble for a moment while you think about it, and I'll pertain it to what I'm about to say. But we did something a few weeks ago. Name an athlete that you did a 180 on as far as a fan, and I have one on each end. Phillip Rivers, was not a fan of him because he went to NC State, was whiny and talked, and then I realized, hey, I like guys that are interesting to talk. And so by the end of his career, I kind of started rooting for the guy when he was an old wily vet. Did the opposite on Dwight Howard. I was a fan of him when he came out, and then I realized that yeah, he's kind of a joke. So those are two examples, and I say that because Golden State, you get tired of the same teams winning over and over again, but after the Steph injury, the Clay injury, I'm kind of liking them this year to win another one. I want to see Steph Curry win another one, so I'm kind of back on board with the Warriors. I've done a bit of a 360 on them. I've come all the way around. Liking them, disliking them, liking them. Does anybody come to mind for you where you didn't like a guy and ended up liking him, or liked a guy and then said, "No, I don't like this guy anymore"?
Yeah, that's a good one. There's people that once you meet them, you realize who they are. So and nobody jumps to mind real quick. Because I'm on the war. I'm going through the Warriors right now, and like Steve Kerr, that's a guy I've always liked. He went through in college, and his dad getting killed as an American diplomat, and then he was an underdog in with the Bulls, but had a great career, game-winning shot, all those. Took a swing at Michael Jordan just one time. So I've always loved Steve Kerr, and then Steph Curry's from that same mold, and so you just like this team. I didn't like them. Right, same deal. Kevin Durant wants to go join them.
Yeah,
less likable.
Yeah,
but then you've got Andrew Wiggins, whose dad Mitchell Wiggins was a star at North Lenore High School and has cousins all over here. And even though Andrew isn't from here, he does come hang out here, and he has cousins everywhere here. So it's kind of like an adopted guy. And
I'd never heard that, Brian. I don't think I knew that. And how did so? Was Andrew's family from here? How'd they get to Canada and all this? What's the
because his dad was playing with the Toronto Raptors when he was born.
Okay.
So it was kind of, he was living that NBA life with his dad. But his dad Mitchell was a star at North Lenore back in the glory days when Charles Shackelford and that Cedric Maxwell. That was when the beginnings of basketball stardom in Lenore County, and he was over at North Lenore. And he ended up going to Florida State. He kind of bucked the schools and went to Florida State. But he was a high-scoring guy, played in the NBA for a while, was with the Raptors. Andrew was born while he was playing with the Toronto Raptors, and so he kind of moved around with his dad, but he spent a lot of time in Lenore County growing up. So he's a guy who has local ties as well, along with Steph Curry, who's from the Charlotte area. And then when Kai Bowman was playing with him, from Havelock, that made it even better. I kept calling it the Carolina Connection in San Francisco. But so you have those guys that just kind of have those stories that you kind of like. And Andrew Wiggins is one of those guys, probably. I didn't know much about him, but the more I learned about him and watched his game step up, I've kind of appreciated him a little bit more. And one of his cousins is Tamika Wiggins, who's in the North Lenore Hall of Fame, and she's the athletic director at Havelock. So I talked to her about him.
That's awesome.
I run into her, yeah,
I never knew that. Brian, talk about meeting someone and changing your opinion. And this, I was at a Redskins game as a kid, and I remember, I guess it was Sunday Night Football so it was probably around 97, and we saw the Colts and early Peyton Manning. But Joe Theismann called the games for Sunday Night Football on ESPN back then.
That's another good example, yeah.
And he comes out and maybe my brain is changing the story now, but I want to say it was a limo, and he came out where the Redskins players would park and walk up, and as a kid, 14-year-old or whatever, I would try to say hey to all of them, get an autograph, interact. And Theismann came in with this woman who was wearing this obnoxious Cinderella dress, like she was in Hollywood, and Theismann didn't look at any of the fans, just kind of walked in, and I was like, this guy's a jerk. Screw Joe Theismann. And then, like, Jordan Anders years later comes in and is like, yeah, I was at this event, and Joe Theismann just came down and sat with me and talked to me. He was probably the nicest guy I've ever met. So, like, it's one of those things where you have this small interaction and you build up this thing in your head about how a person's the greatest guy ever, the worst guy ever, and they're just a human being who maybe had something going. You know, you never know when you run into somebody. But I just found that funny that my entire, like, young adult life, I thought Theismann was this giant prick, and now I realize that I'm the prick in all this.
Yeah, he was one of the nicest guys ever. Yeah. I met Joe and interviewed him. I was so gracious and so great. But you're right, there was the image thing that goes along with that. People trying to be Hollywood and look a certain way. And Mark Martin's a guy, I'm thinking NASCAR. He was a guy that I thought was a jerk, and then all of a sudden he was so nice to me when I was trying to get an interview done, and that's one where Rusty Wallace was the other way around. I thought Rusty would be cool, and he turned out to be this huge jerk when trying to interview him.
Interesting. Yeah, those are fun, though. I guess Bob Huggins is what he is. Brian Bailey still has a beef with Huggy Bear from his time in Greenville. Did you interact with him, Brian, at all?
No, I never did with Huggy. No, not him. I did some other coaches, but not him.
Yeah. Brian North joining us today here on Pirate Radio Live. North, always enjoy the chat. So you told me you're doing something pretty cool today. One more thing. Speaking of stories that you had, Barber Road. So not running this weekend, but will we see Barber Road on our television screens at some point this summer?
According to the owners who are now our friends, yes, he will be running in the Belmont at 11. So, and that's the race they always thought they wanted to get him in until he qualified for the Kentucky Derby. That was the surprise. They'd always been aiming for the Belmont. So June 11th. Put it on your calendar, and we'll see if he can do the full mile and a half faster than anybody.
All right, North was all over that local story, and today you said, North, you're taking a tour of the creator of Pepsi's house. Now, this is never heard about this one, but I do assume that's in New Bern, the birthplace there. So what's this all about?
Well, Caleb Bradham was the inventor of Pepsi, and he had this big old house, a historic house, that actually was historic when he bought it, when he moved into it, when he started making his Pepsi money. And so then he, of course, went broke for a while when he invested in sugar futures right after World War I, and so he ended up having to sell the house. But some people moved in about 10 years ago and restored it to period. And I've got some other guys who are these deep Pepsi historians. You know, there is no Pepsi museum, like fully dedicated museum to Pepsi in the United States, and they're trying to get one possibly built in New Bern, and so this guy's behind it, and he wants to learn more of the story. So I've arranged, friends of a friend said they can get me in the house, so we're going to go look at the house that's been fully restored to period and see if we can't find some Pepsi bottles hidden in the walls or something. And it's also a house that General Burnside used as his headquarters when the Union troops overtook New Bern.
Wow.
Battle of 1862, so it definitely has some history to it. And so there's some cool historic homes around New Bern. The other one I want to get into is the Blades house, and apparently that's where Babe Ruth used to hang out when he would come down here and hunt in the winters. He was friends with the Blades family, who were big lumber barons of New Bern, and so there's a couple here with really cool history around it. So
I can't wait for your book, Brian. I thought it was going to be a sports book, but now it's just going to be like Brian North, just random facts that he's pulled up over the years. That's interesting stuff. That's cool.
Just crazy places. Just to throw one more left-hand hook at you, the guy who's the Pepsi historian that I'm helping, he actually has a car in his garage that was used in the filming of Fast and Furious 5.
Oh, wow.
Ludacris drove this 19...
You are hitting all the angles today, Brian. That's good stuff.
So he's got this car he just bought, and it's sitting in his garage out in Cove City in western Craven County.
Wow. See if you can get in that thing and say, move, get out the way, get out the way. All right, there's your Ludacris reference for the day. Brian, thanks, man. Have a great weekend. Enjoy that. And are you... is this for pleasure or for work or both? Are we going to see any of this stuff?
Definitely pleasure, possibly for work. What comes out of it. Sometimes you just got to go peek inside somewhere and see a story worth telling. So, and then the big yard sale. I got the big yard sale going on this weekend. So if you're bored and want some money to spend where inflation doesn't affect you, head to Craven County for the big Ernle Townwide Yard Sale. I might see you out there. I got a Dale Earnhardt Jr. Beer cutout
Oh, cool.
Up for sale for somebody.
All right, good deal. There's Brian North joining us today. North, always fun, man. Have a packed weekend. Sounds like you got it all planned out, so we'll talk to you again soon.
Sounds good, and don't make Cliff Godwin mad. That's all my only advice to you.
Good advice. We'll see if I can take that advice and use it moving forward, because Cliff did get on me last Sunday and Monday right here on Pirate Radio Live. Good stuff with Brian North. I want to check out that ludicrous car from Fast and Furious. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. When we return, we'll wrap up hour number 1. Get ready for hour number 2 of today's program.
Clip?
Yes.
We need to give away some more tickets.
Yes, we do. Caller 1.
First caller in has to be able to pick up these tickets. These are for tomorrow night's game.
Tomorrow's game at 1 o'clock.
Yes.
Don't go at night.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Tomorrow afternoon's game, you have to pick them up before the end of this show today.
All right. It's on the line right now. 317-1250. Call in now and win these tickets and go watch the Red Hot Pirates take on Houston. We'll take a timeout, come back. More to go after this.
Hey O's fans, 2022 Orioles single game tickets are on sale now. Come celebrate the 30th anniversary of Oriole Park at Camden Yards with tickets starting as low as $10. Relive your favorite moments and make new memories this season. Choose from your favorite homestands when the O's take on the New York Yankees, Washington Nationals, and Boston Red Sox, or fan favorite giveaways like Birdland Hawaiian shirt and collectible bobbleheads. Experience the ballpark that forever changed baseball. Buy now at Orioles.com/tickets.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
Hey Wood Ducks fans, be sure to purchase your single game tickets online at woodducksbaseball.com or by calling our front office at Granger Stadium. Advanced ticket prices for Sunday through Thursday are just $7. Friday and Saturday tickets are $12. Do you have a big group? No problem. Book your group tickets by contacting our front office now. We hope to see you out at Granger Stadium all season long. Let's go Woodies!
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Join us at Purple Blossom Yoga Studio, Greenville's premier yoga studio, for our wide array of classes, including restorative, power, hot yoga, and more. We even fly into the weekend with our aerial yoga workshops. New to our studio? Check out our special for new yogis. 3 classes for only $30. Check out our website or social media for all the information and up-to-date schedules at Purple Blossom Yoga Studio. Purple Blossom Yoga, where your health and mindset collide and help you transform to a new you.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville, do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best. Everybody loves burgers.
Hey guys, this is Kyra from Postcode Junction in Washington, where all your shipping needs come together. Did you know Postcode Junction is the only UPS, FedEx, and DHL shipping location in Washington? Postcode Junction is also the place for your Amazon returns. Need to ship a package the same day? Want to avoid the long lines at the post office? Come see us at Postcode Junction by 4:30 and we got you covered. Postcode Junction on 15th Street in Washington next to Tractor Supply. Go Pirates!
Thinking about takeout tonight? Familia can make everything real easy for you with a great selection of Italian food and more. Visit FamiliaNC.com to see the full menu featuring pizzas, pastas, salads, and homemade desserts. Place your order online or call 689-6330, and Familia will have your order ready in their convenient drive-through window for pickup. Finish up a busy day with a great dinner for yourself or your family from Familia. Familia on Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College.
Hi, this is Parker Bunch. When I'm not hitting dingers or going viral, I'm listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need some beer for the weekend? The Jarvis Street Bottle Shop near Christie's Europub is a specialty shop selling craft, domestic, and import brews, along with wine and growlers. The Bottle Shop offers monthly beer and wine tastings featuring rotating North Carolina craft breweries, along with live music and discounts. Stop by Tuesday through Sunday or check out the Jarvis Street Bottle Shop on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, here on a Friday. We've got some Margaritaville to give away coming up in hour number 3 of today's show, the Tropical Punch Variety Pack. That includes mango peach, beach berry, strawberry daiquiri. It's a 12-pack, 4% alcohol. We'll be giving those away coming up in hour number 3 of our show. Quick look at the Buccaneer Music Hall leaderboard presented by The Buck. Justin Thomas, JT, in the lead. He is done for the day. Round 2 of the PGA Championship, a one-shot lead over Will Zalatoris, who is through 4 right now. Rory McIlroy is +1 on the day, so he is back to 4 under par, and right now sitting tied for 3rd. Harold Varner III is +2 and looking like he's in good shape to play this weekend because the projected cut right now is 4 over, which would have Harold Varner III playing into Saturday and Sunday and trying to make a run days 3 and 4 at the PGA Championship. So got that going on. ECU baseball tonight, 6:30. Pirates taking on Houston. East Carolina coming off a win last night over the Cougars. Their 12th win in a row. Expected Ryder Giles to be throwing tonight, and hopefully Ryder pitches better than his golf picks because he gave me Jordan Spieth and Brooks Koepka. Right now, Spieth is 2 over par. Just hit a nice shot onto the green. Koepka was +5 yesterday. I haven't heard his name at all today, and I'm looking for him on the leaderboard, and I cannot find his name. So let me check out Brooks Koepka. Ryder Giles, I thought he was going to be my golf guy, but maybe not. He's been struggling, giving me some picks, but he can pitch a lot better than he can pick golfers. We have learned that. One score right now in Major League Baseball, the Diamondbacks leading the Cubs 7-3 in day baseball. That's what's going on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by The Buck. Tony Dunn is here.
The Buck.
Thank you, Shirley Rhodes, filling in for Chandler Honeycutt on The Buck duties. So let's take a break. We'll come back hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. We'll talk Panthers, NFL, and more with Tony Dunn. That's on the way. Pirate Radio Live, back with you after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m., the Buck features live music every night of the week. Tuesday is karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday is acoustic night. Thursday is the DJ dance party. And Friday and Saturday nights, it's live bands. Check out the Buck's Facebook or Instagram page for more information. The Buccaneer Music Hall. We'll see you at the Buck. It's back. The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party is back, and it's on for Thursday, September 1st.
This season will be Pirate Radio's 20th football season, broadcasting as the voice of the Pirate Nation. And we are back, throwing the best party of the year, just days before the Pirates take on the Pack in Greenville.
Save the date and plan to join us on Thursday, September 1st for the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party presented by Bud Light.
We are Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, Classic Cola, Cherry Cola, Citrus Soda, and Orange Soda. You hear that? It's seltzer with a pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Pick up some new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda at your favorite retailer today. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989, and the official beer of the ECU Pirates.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com.
This isn't your regular cola, so this isn't your regular cola ad. No beach parties or family barbecues here, just Nitro Pepsi, the first cola ever infused with nitrogen. So forget everything you thought you knew about soda, because that nitrogen gives us a whole new experience. Think an infusion of smaller bubbles for a cola that's got a lighter, smoother texture. And don't get me started on the pour. You don't pour this like any other cola. We're talking turn the can completely upside down and watch as those bubbles cascade into the glass to create a frothy, luxurious foam topping. Can your cola do that? I didn't think so. Unless you've got your own Nitro Pepsi, in which case cheers to your great taste. Because you already know that the only thing better than the pour is the unapologetic cola taste. What else is there to say? From the creamy foam to the smooth texture to its unbelievably delicious flavor, this is cola like you've never had it before. Time to bring your taste buds to the next frontier. New Nitro Pepsi. Smooth, creamy, delicious.
Although innovative new resources such as digital media and social networks have grown in popularity, smart marketers recognize that printing is a mainstay.
We live in an age of computer hacking, scams, and fly-by-night businesses, so it's reassuring to consumers when they receive printed marketing pieces.
It exemplifies business confidence and conveys a high level of commitment.
It also fosters trust, which leads to engagement and ultimately brand loyalty.
When you're ready to grow your business, come to PIP, where business goes to grow.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local, print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Here on a Friday, you can quench your thirst and beat the heat with some Margaritaville coming up in hour number 3. We got the Margaritaville Variety Pack Tropical Punch. It's mango, peach, beach berry, and strawberry daiquiri. 4 of those each in this 12-pack, and we'll give it away on our Free Beer Friday coming up in about an hour or so. Shirley Rhodes, CJ Schaefer here. Tony Dunn joining me inside the Pirate Radio studios on a Friday. Good to see you, Tony.
Hello.
We are in the dead zone when it comes to NFL news.
Thank goodness.
So we will not have a show next week, Tony.
Oh, why?
So when we meet in 2 weeks, we'll have 2 weeks of nothing going on.
Are you going to be working next week?
No.
Oh, so like no show.
We're going to have a best of.
Nice. Okay. I thought you were just giving me the day off at first.
Nah, you don't get a day off unless I do.
Unless my name was Chandler.
Yeah. Or do you? All our friends are like old and have either been married, divorced, so we don't have any weddings to go to.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. I guess, is there another round of weddings coming? You got your kids eventually, but
yeah,
you don't go to your kids' friends' weddings.
No,
do you?
no, I don't think so. So I was wondering too about the Chandler wedding service. I thought that was interesting. Hire a guy.
Yeah.
Hire a good guy.
Yeah, like what if your wife's bridal party and her side is going to be
they got too
packed?
Many. Yeah.
And you need to add some to your team?
There
Hire
are.
Chandler.
Have you ever been to a wedding where like one side is like
I think
really heavy, and then the other one, and you feel like guilt? You got to go sit on the other side just to make them feel good.
Yeah, definitely. Because don't they ask you when you go in like bride or groom side or whatever?
Or when you get so many bridesmaids. And they go and you're like searching for groomsmen. Your friends don't even want to do it.
Yeah,
they don't want to spend the money. They can barely get any of them to do it. You can hire Chandler.
What a hassle!
This sixth groomsman.
Yeah, he's the guy.
He's the sixth man of the year.
He will come in when you need him. All right, Tony. There are at least one topic I want to hit on today. First of all, anything going on in Pantherland?
No, the rookie mini camps. So you see a little bit of footage of Matt Corral and the rookies. They went bowling this week, and turns out Ike Ekwonu's not a good bowler.
Now let's turn that into an article about how that is going to affect his NFL career. Is that good or bad?
It's like a sign that look, if he can't knock over these pins, how is he going to knock over defensive ends?
I like it.
Pins and defensive ends.
So yeah, we can correlate that to the NFL. I do love all the Matt Corral hype from Panthers fans now, and this is so easy to do. You just fall in love with whoever you get.
This is the time.
And what is up with your co-host on the C3 podcast saying he's a better prospect than Bryce Young?
Oh yeah,
does he believe that?
I think so.
I
think so because he looks at arms. He said this is that he's taller. He's got better arm. He says he's got a bigger arm. Mobile, and the only
Paxton Lynch.
For his idea is that Bryce Young is just this kind of he's not trying to demean him necessarily as a prospect, but gets a lot of hype for being at Alabama,
and he's there because he's so good.
Okay, well Malik Willis was at Auburn. Justin Fields was at Georgia. I mean,
Bryce Young ain't getting benched or they're
Okay, I don't know enough about I'm not into the prospect wars as much, but I think he is saying that we probably fallen in love with Bryce Young too early. And this is what's great is he's really good about the Twitter pulse. Cody is, and he can get people riled up.
That's we call a short word for that is troll, Tony.
I don't know if it's trolling or if it's just very opinionated. It's very opinion. He's not trolling as in trying to poke you into being mad. He's just giving if
he's poking Bama fans and people that I don't know. What's
awesome is the tweet has taken on a life of its own.
Well, sure, it's a ludicrous statement.
The best part though is there's some sort of tweet service where you can take a tweet and alter the words, and what they've done now is people are running with this all over the internet, and one guy put Bo Nix. Is that his name? Bo Nix
transferred.
Yeah. Bo Nix he put the exact same tweet, but he inserted Bo Nix instead of Matt Corral, and then he's a Bama fan, and he got 700 retweets and quote tweets just because of this. So.
I like it as far as engaging people, but I just think it's an asinine statement. But it's another example of just falling in love with your guy, and it's kind of what I did with Matt Corral. I saw him play a couple of college games. I knew Washington would be going after a quarterback. I was wrong about that because they got Carson Wentz. But I was like, okay, we're going to draft a guy. This is my guy. I want this to be the guy. And I do like him. I think I almost like his demeanor more than what he does.
Hey,
talent-wise.
He beat up the great one's kid. he's trying to be the greatest one.
And you were asinine that one day when you tried to paint that as a negative.
As a negative thing.
All right. I saw an article on ESPN Plus, Tony. Will Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara, Ezekiel Elliott bounce back? First of all, I don't know if just I'm getting old or if I got too much on my brain. I was like, what are all these guys bouncing back from? Like, what happened? I knew McCaffrey got hurt, and part of that's because we talk about it all the time. But Derrick Henry, I forgot he got hurt and came back for the playoffs.
Yeah, but he still had like a monster year in those 10 games or whatever.
He did. And then Alvin
returned, like you said. So he already bounced back.
He had 937 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 18 catches
in
for 154 yards.
8 games, probably.
Yeah. Alvin Kamara, and I remember having him on a team last year. I knew he was hurt a little bit. He missed 4 games last year, finished with 898 rushing yards on 240 carries. Doesn't sound like a great, I don't know.
Oh, that's bad. That's not bad because I feel like most of these guys are toting the ball 350 times.
Yeah, he did have 47 catches, which kind of want that number to go up too. So those were his numbers. Then the other was Ezekiel Elliott. I have a hot take here. I don't even know. This is a hot take, Tony. Ezekiel Elliott is done as far as a premier running back.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a hot take. I think that's just realistic.
Okay.
You know, I mean, he's in a tandem system now.
Tony Pollard is way more explosive than he
now,
is.
in his defense, is Ezekiel Elliott has like slimmed down and looks like he's in better shape now than he's ever been, and maybe kind of maturing to a certain degree. Yeah.
So what does he do now? He used to do the eat, feed me thing.
Now he's like
he's throwing it up,
purging,
he's
binging and purging.
That'd be a hell of a touchdown celebration.
Have you ever? I was just watching what I think is one of the most overrated sports movies, Friday Night Lights. Not isn't that not Friday Night Lights? Any Given Sunday. Sorry. Any Given Sunday.
I don't know if that's looked at as a good sports movie.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Because I have I have somebody told me that's one of the greatest sports movies.
Okay, that's an asinine take.
I thought so too.
Yeah, that's insane.
Man, and it was on Netflix or something. You know, one of those old movie watches, and I was going back and watching. The only thing that's really good about it is some of the premier football players in it. LT's in it.
Who else is in it?
Who is the old running back? I think he was a running back. He's the defensive coach.
Jim Brown?
Jim Brown, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's who is in it. But Jamie Foxx is, he throws up. Like, that's his thing, like on the field, because he's nervous. Like, he throws up and then he goes and plays great.
Yeah.
That would be the Ezekiel Elliott.
Donovan McNabb threw up in the Super Bowl.
That's right.
We are about, and I would like to mention this too. I did one of this where I'm never going to draft Ezekiel Elliott again.
Okay.
I've done this before, and the first time I did it was Marshawn Lynch. And
that you messed up on that one.
I think it must have been the year he got traded, like his 4th year into the league. So Marshawn Lynch, his first 2 years, had over 1,000 rushing yards, 7 touchdowns, 8 touchdowns. He had 450 rushing yards his 3rd year in 13 games. So he played almost the same amount of games and didn't have a good year at all. And like Ezekiel Elliott, he is a beefier guy.
Yep.
And so I said, that's it for him. He's falling off a cliff.
Then he just went insane.
After I said that, he went 1,200 yards, 1,600 yards, 1,200 yards, 1,300 yards, double-digit touchdowns. So I've done this before and been wrong.
In the first round.
Yeah.
Say it again. Say he's done.
Oh, Ezekiel Elliott is toast. Finished. Done.
You heard it.
Do not draft him.
That's it. First round pick.
Do not draft him. If he's there in the 2nd round, don't take him. 3rd round, don't take him. Don't take him. But no, I've done this before. We shall see on Ezekiel Elliott, Tony.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think Kamara. Look, Kamara's got some legal stuff he's got to deal with right now.
He got in trouble in Vegas.
Yeah,
right?
he broke somebody's jaw. Who was the other name on the list? Chris McCaffrey,
Derrick Henry, and
Chris McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara, Ezekiel. All of those guys. I don't know if that's like you said. What is bounce back for
McCaffrey's is clear. Like, is he healthy?
Yeah,
that's his bounce back.
And I think, like you're saying, is with Ezekiel Elliott, is he becoming RB2, or is he still got some premium gas in the tank?
Yeah, and you just figure he's going to score like 7 1-yard touchdowns too, right? But I don't know. It
depends on how their offense, works and deploys the running backs, and how much they like Tony Pollard. Do they move on prematurely? Is that a guy that maybe the Cowboys are interested in trading though? There's another one to a team that needs some help, like mid-season. Or
trading
something.
Pollard?
Or, no.
Oh, Ezekiel Elliott. Yeah, with the contract stuff, I don't know.
I mean, and then he could be your Marshawn Lynch.
We know. NFL is like, because I forgot what happened to these guys last year other than McCaffrey, and I knew Kamara because he was on a fantasy team of mine, but it is such a next man up league because you got tired of talking about McCaffrey last year because he wasn't there. You remember, I don't like to talk about Curtis Samuel because he never played. We just move on to the next guy and kind of forget what happened the previous year.
There's a recency. There's so much of a recency bias, and even if you look at this, is Jonathan Taylor is going to be ranked the #1 running back, and people are
wrong about him too.
Forget all of these other guys just because of what happened in the last 6 games. So Chris McCaffrey's still a young player. Right, his injuries have all been somewhat minor injuries, like soft tissue type injuries, non-contact.
So he's never had like the year ACL thing,
right,
or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, there's no like shoulder surgery that he's had to go through, and I think part of it with Carolina is with Christian McCaffrey's story, is I think if he would have played on a more competitive team, he would have played more. I think that they protected him and shelved him just because it wasn't necessary. And you're looking at it as an investment. He's their $64 million player.
Because remind me, were we talking about at some point him coming back?
Right. It's like he had a hamstring injury, and then they put him on the short-term IR, and then he wasn't ready, and then they just put him on IR again. Yeah. And it was like this, is that if you're the Chiefs and you're going into the playoffs.
Well, use Derrick Henry as an example.
Exactly.
He came back for the playoffs.
So, and then Alvin Kamara. Some of this, too, with Alvin Kamara, each one's story is a little bit different. Christian McCaffrey's story is going to be about injury. Can he stay healthy? Derrick Henry, I don't know. I mean, I don't think he should be on the list at all. Alvin Kamara's story is more about, are the Saints going to be good rather than...
He needs Thomas to come back. He needs Jameis to be good because he's a marked man.
Yeah. I mean, and this might be one of the worries, what is it for fantasy football? Everybody wants to talk about volume. But if you're the only guy on the team, I don't care if you get 400 carries. I mean, it just...
That's a Najee Harris situation.
Yeah.
You can get all the touches you want, but you can only go so far.
If they're putting everybody in the box every time.
Right.
Yeah. So, and then the last name was Ezekiel Elliott. Yeah. I think maybe he's the one just to look at as a player.
Speaking of Michael Thomas, what's up with Michael Thomas?
Well,
he's mentoring Chris Olave, so I guess he.
Oh boy!
God, that's not a good look.
That's not. You're right.
Wasn't the one that he got in trouble with the gun and the drugs in the car or something? Or was that Lattimore?
You've done this before.
I could. Yeah, it could be Lattimore. Maybe it was Lattimore.
Tony loves to plant guns and drugs on people. So anyway, there's
it might have been Lattimore.
Yeah, we'll nix that from the record.
The other thing is that Michael Thomas, though, a lot of people are like, he doesn't like football.
Well, that's kind of why I kind of read that headline, like, oh, okay, well, he likes to be a Saint in football and stuff. Because I worry about that, too, with him.
He's going to, mentor him into all these hobbies that are not football. He's him and, Chris Olave are, crocheting together in the corner or something like that.
They built a birdhouse over the weekend. They are doing all these other things. All right, let's take a break, Shirley. We'll come back. CJ brought up a topic. I want to ask you, Tony, as someone who has interacted with a lot of fans. You've also interacted with people from other teams that cover them or fans of them. CJ wanted to talk about the worst fan bases. We'll ask you if you have any opinions on who you think has a great fan base, a nice fan base, who has a crappy fan base. We can talk about that. Might play a little 5-second game, maybe a pickup game with Tony Dunn. Did you hear this the other day with Bryce Williams?
No.
Okay, good. And you weren't at Sports Trivia, so you have no clue what we're talking about.
And I'll get all the names wrong.
We'll do that and more when we return. Pirate Radio Live.
On you.
We're back after this.
Hey O's fans, 2022 Orioles single game tickets are on sale now. Come celebrate the 30th anniversary of Oriole Park at Camden Yards with tickets starting as low as $10. Relive your favorite moments and make new memories this season. Choose from your favorite homestands when the O's take on the New York Yankees, Washington Nationals, and Boston Red Sox, or fan favorite giveaways like Birdland Hawaiian shirt and collectible bobbleheads. Experience the ballpark that forever changed baseball. Buy now at Orioles.com/tickets.
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the flat conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
At the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Cliff Godwin. Summer is upon us, and I want to invite you to attend our CG23 Youth Camp here at East Carolina University. We will offer 3 sessions of camp. All camps will be held at Clark LeClaire Stadium, and campers will get baseball instruction from the ECU baseball staff and players. Campers will play games each day, and each camp ends with our famous Pirate Slip and Slide. Full day and half day sessions offered. For more information, visit cliffgodwinbaseballcamp.com. See you there, and go Pirates!
Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over Greenville has you covered with no third party needed. Wings Over Greenville has its own in-house delivery service. Be sure to celebrate graduation with Wings Over by ordering a large tray of wings, tenders, and waffle fries. Open till 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, Wings Over has everything to cure those late night munchies. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville. They deliver.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
The furniture savings have never been better than right now during Bostic Sugg Furniture's Red, White, and Used sale. Savings as high as 70% off clearance items, closeouts, and discontinued items, plus store-wide discounts on new and in-stock merchandise, plus 12 months special financing. We have the looks, the styles you want in stock. Sleep better and save on a quality mattress with 72 months special financing. This Memorial Day, it's all about the Red, White, and You at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Volleyball players need to be able to jump higher, dig lower, and move faster. Our athletic movement program at Kinetic this summer is just for volleyball players at ages 13 to 17. It's a 6-week program starting June 13th where you will learn the secrets on how to be more explosive, how to get the ball faster, and how to serve with power. Team up with our sports performance coaches and other players to sharpen your athletic ability and take your game to the next level. Sign up today at kptonline.com.
The Dickinson Avenue Public House is a lively and diverse restaurant in Greenville that utilizes fresh and local ingredients. With influences of Creole, Asian, and upscale Southern cuisine, the Dickinson Avenue Public House offers a seasonally rotating menu and a full-service bar with rotating craft brews on tap. Come to the intersection of 8th and Dickinson and enjoy $1 off drafts on Tuesday, half-price flights on Wednesday, half-price wine bottles on Thursday, and $1 oysters Tuesday through Friday from 5:30 to 7. For more details, check out their website at daphousenc.com.
Pirate Radio.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The Salt and Light Youth Group at First Christian Church will be having their annual Out of the Box fundraiser. It begins tonight, coming up in about an hour at 5:30 this afternoon through tomorrow morning on the church lawn. Every year, the youth group spends the night in cardboard boxes to bring awareness and raise money for the local community shelter, Greenville Crossroads. All proceeds raised during this event will be given to the shelter. If you want to stop by and donate, you can stop by the First Christian Church located at 2810 East 14th Street in Greenville. You can write a check to the church, and if you want to donate, just put out of the box on the memo line. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, here on a Friday, talking Panthers NFL with Tony Dunn. Saw, Tony, that Greg Olsen, former Panther, he's looked at as a Panther, right?
Yeah,
he's
definitely.
not a Bear. He's a Seahawk. No, he is a Panther. He will be the color analyst for the Super Bowl, and basically what he's doing, so I guess he's going to be in the one spot this year. What he's really doing, though, is keeping Tom Brady's seat warm until he retires and can jump in to the number one chair without doing a game ever in his career. Of course, Greg Olsen, did he have the deal before he retired, too?
No,
he was doing TV stuff while he was playing.
While he was playing, he's part of that players program. They have some program where they like kind of mentor him into these things, and so he did call a game with the Minnesota Vikings on our bye week one year, and then we played Minnesota. So
people were like talking about that like it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Saw that. We got some comments here from our regulars. Chad, what? Any Given Sunday is not a bad sports movie. It's a good sports movie, but it's no program. Chad loves the program. That's right in your 90s era, Tony.
Yeah.
You should like that one.
Is that the one where they lay down in the road?
Yeah, I think so. As a cheap thrill.
Yeah,
and then people started doing
PEDs and stuff in it.
Oh yeah, they had the guy that painted his face and like the skeleton.
They also had that guy in Any Given Sunday, basically, who was the Megadeth rocker. That was a funny component of Any Given Sunday. Is this locker room, and it's half like the defensive side where they all listen to hip hop, and then the offensive linemen who are all like Megadeth, and they're trying to play. They're like dueling music in the locker room.
We'll start a little. You got to have a race war in every movie to add to the drama. So there's that. If you can chime in if you'd like to hit on any of these topics today. So CJ wanted to bring up worst fan bases. I was thinking about this during the break. This is outside perception, but Tony, they're looking at your division is only one rabid fan base in your division. Outside perception. Now you look confused.
All right. I would argue there's probably none, but okay.
That's what I would argue. I'd say zero.
I would say the Saints are all football.
They are fickle, man. When they're not doing well, they don't care about their team.
Maybe
like
you're
you could
right.
get tickets.
I'm thinking about
the Superdome for cheaper.
Maybe so. I'm thinking playoff game. Everybody's there. It's a voodoo party, and all they have is football. All they have is Saints and LSU and Mississippi State, whoever their college team is, because they don't care about the Pelicans. They don't have baseball. They don't have hockey. They are all Saints, all football.
I would argue that the Panthers fans are the best fan base in our division.
Now, perception-wise, outside looking in, I think the Bucks, Falcons, and Panthers are all looked at as boring ho-hum fan bases. Now, knowing you, seeing your interactions, the Panthers do have a very
I bet you this
loyal fan base.
Look up the accounts for each the Twitter accounts for each team.
Nice.
See who has the most followers.
You saw that too.
What were you about to guarantee?
No, but I
want to hear your guarantee.
I think the Panthers have the biggest one.
All right.
They have. Well,
do you know the answer?
Yes.
What do you got?
The
$3 million for the Panthers.
I don't remember the correct order for the top three, but it's Cowboys, Patriots, and Steelers in some order, and I think the Panthers are fourth.
Wow, 1.1 million followers for the Bucks.
I know,
and they probably had less than 1 million before Brady got there.
They only had one. It was like the guy who created the account.
That is a sad number.
Yeah.
Let me look at these other ones though before I say something. Okay, 2.4 for the Falcons, and then Saints. They gotta have a lot. Wow, 1.6.
I told you we're the best fan base in the division.
How is that? No offense.
I think the Panthers social media team was about 8 years ago.
They were doing things that everybody's doing now.
Yeah, I think that was one. They kind of saw Twitter as a conversation medium. The other teams, I think the Saints got they became a little.
You got 2 more million followers than Washington.
I know.
Well, their social media team has been crap over the years, as has the team, but they have picked it up now.
This is an example of teams that that kind of rest on their laurels, right? So the Saints had all that success with Drew Brees, and they just didn't have to do anything. As people were coming to the games, this and that. The Redskins, or the Commanders, should I say, is that you guys just have this legacy fan base that they just know people are going to buy the stuff and watch them on TV and stuff like that. And maybe that's getting tired at this point.
It is.
I think this is the worst fan base. To answer your question, are the Atlanta Falcons.
Why is that?
Because they have zero accomplishments, and they think that they're good. They have been in the league for over 40-something years and only made it to the NFC Championship once or twice. No Super Bowls. They think they're good, and they have stunk their entire time.
Well, I think the worst and dumbest, and I don't even think it's an argument, and it's not because I hate them, but it's the Cowboys. And
at least they had success.
And that's all they have to go on. But you go out to the bars on Sunday. Who are the most obnoxious ass people there? They're wearing the star somewhere on their ass or their head or somewhere. It's Cowboy fans. They are delusional. Mike Houston, head football coach at East Carolina, was here. He said this is the year for the Cowboys. They say that crap every year. They're all delusional. The only one that's level-headed I've ever met is Brian Meador. He'll talk junk about his own team, which I appreciate. The Eagles could be looked at as having
the most ridiculous.
I don't know how to even describe them, but I like it because they'll crap. They're kind of like I am. They can crap on their team all day, but if you do it, they're fist fighting.
Yeah. I can eat poop on my team, but you can't.
I can eat horse poop, but if you do,
you're weird.
So I kind of respect that. But it is like a dirty cesspool.
The Bills fan base is really good.
That might be the best.
They got to be a top fan base. If you
first thing I thought about was Packers, but I'm thinking Bills is.
They also have a little bit of ridiculousness in them, or the table jumping. And there's a couple of videos on the internet of really drunk people doing it and missing the table.
Yeah.
Entirely.
And that's become a thing now. Like now, that's what they're passing on. Like we pass on our tailgate habits to our kids. They're passing on diving off RVs.
That can't be the wisest one to start.
Certainly not.
You know, I mean, I've started a chant or two that fell on deaf ears in the past, and there's some.
Speaking of which, Michael Vick is going to play in the fan control football league.
Is he?
Speaking of your chant,
I know. Yeah, you know what it was. We're not going to bring it back up. Sometimes there's just things that need to go away. And I would say that the jumping on tape, not one that I'm going to encourage a new trend in Panther Nation to go and start destroying property and arguably backs.
That's a great call, though. Bills near the top of the list. We'll get to CJ in a moment. I don't know about this team.
I think Denver's got a good fan base.
Yeah.
I think Philly's got a bad fan base. I can't believe we haven't talked about them.
They're really
I did while you were giving away.
Oh, okay.
Here's what I said. I respect them because they will boo their team and talk about how horrible they are. But if you say, I agree with you, they will punch you in the nose. So it's their baby where they can talk about it. You can't. Part of me respects that. But again, it is a dirty cesspool.
One thing I don't like about the Philadelphia Eagles fan base is like it's physically unsafe to go to the game.
I would never go to an Eagles game.
I've heard people saying I'm going to go to this game and not wear my gear, basically wear Eagles gear to just fit in because they want to see the game.
So also you can't cheer the whole time, right?
You got to be and then they'll be like, why aren't you cheering for the Eagles more? What are you, a fake Eagle? Pull up your shirt. Let me see your real shirt.
And the NFL games,
I mean, they have a jail in their stadium. I mean, that
was
Do you
old
need to know
Veterans
anything
Stadium,
else?
right?
That's it.
Yeah. Do they have one at the link?
How about this? And there's more people there than anywhere. The jail is packed.
I like
the
your
best place to watch the game is in the jail.
Have you seen the TV they got in there? And the food's good too.
Yeah.
Bills is a great one. What do you think about my Packers pick? Because I see those poor people sitting in -20 loving their Green Bay Packers. I respect that.
Yes, and they're also very spoiled. They're so lucky.
Yeah.
They're so lucky. How have you gotten a quarterback after quarterback after quarterback? It's wonderful. But you're right. Is that I think my probably pick for most devoted fan base are the Browns fans.
Yeah. Definitely.
Man, I mean, they pack that place out. They love their team. They show up all over the place. Even to go to AJ's, they bring the banners out, and you're like, good gosh, you guys really love this. And it's like going to be great for like the first 4 weeks of the season, and then it's going to stink.
We got back-to-back homers in Chicago as the ball is all of a sudden flying out by the Cubbies, Tony, but it is 9-5 Arizona over the Cubs on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard.
It's like the Calgary Edmonton series.
All right, so I was going to say the NFC West has the worst combination of fan bases, but I think the South has them beat, and that's only because Seattle's, which it could be overrated, but 12th man, but Cardinals, Rams, Niners, like, are you scared to go into any of their houses? Maybe Cardinals if they're good, but...
Really? You don't think the 49ers have a good...
I don't know. I know that they have a widespread fan base. I went to a Washington-San Fran game at FedEx, and all I saw was Jerry Rice and Steve Young and Joe Montana jerseys.
How are they not more like the Cowboys fans? You know, if the Cowboys get to hold on to that 90s 3 out of 4 or something, whatever they want.
Because the Niners have actually been good since then, so they don't need to look
the Niners have so many.
Yeah.
They can pull like almost like the Tom Brady.
Well, they went to the Super Bowl in 12, and they've been in the running for years where Dallas hasn't.
Also went a few years ago, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they lost 2 in the past decade.
That's why, Tony, they actually have recent things they can talk about.
And a past. That's really amazing.
All right.
I would say that the AFC South has probably got a tough row to hoe.
Colts fans... the thing about Peyton Manning playing there and the Colts fans would be dead silent when they're on offense so Peyton could scream. That was kind of funny. I guess they have good fans. I mean, Titans... Sorry, Chad. There's a lot of games I see Tennessee Titans with a lot of empty seats.
Yeah, the Titans are probably the best fan base outside of the Colts in that, right? It's the Colts and the Titans.
Well, we're taking the Texans and Jags completely out of it.
The Jacksonville Jaguars used to have to cover up half of their stadium so they didn't black it out.
That's not good.
Yeah, I mean, I went to a game there, and the whole upper deck has got tarps over it. Like, what is going on here?
Chiefs are known for their home field advantage, so you got to give them some credit. The black hole is no more.
All right, so
really.
What's the worst division? The worst division is the AFC South.
AFC South, NFC South, AFC South. Let's get to CJ Steelers.
Okay.
So
they got a great fan base.
I know, but
what do you mean? But
obnoxious. Maybe I'm just jealous. Maybe I'm mad at seeing
that's probably what it is.
Terrible towels at my favorite team stadium. And it's like, there was a Monday night game.
They travel well.
We're in 08-09 territory. It was an important game for Washington. It was a Sunday night game. Sunday night or Monday night. And they do the opening and have the whole field and show and it is like,
well, thank God
80% yellow towels.
Thank God you got yellow in your own color.
I guess.
Base. I mean, imagine being the Panthers and hosting that, and that's what it is.
But it was gross.
Here's an irony of this is that we all talk junk about our own teams not filling out our own stadiums. The Washington Commanders, do you get a team that comes in, the Pittsburgh Steelers take over. They come to Carolina, take over. Right, but with you guys, though, you guys travel better than you do at your own house.
That's true, and that's kind of like that might be like the Niners, Tony, where you
have more fans outside of their actual base.
That are legacy fans. So, CJ, how would you rank them? So, Tony, Buffalo came to his mind. I said Green Bay. Tony said Denver. So where? And then the Steelers are certainly up there. I wanted to get to them last.
I think I'd put them, just off the top of my head, probably bottom top 5, or just outside top 5, like 4, 5, 6 or so.
Behind who?
I think Green Bay for sure. I've always been a fan of Buffalo. I think them kind of being idiots is part of the charm. So I'd put them behind those two for sure. So I guess I could start talking about them at 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got to put Dallas up there just because of the volume.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't talked about.
Annoying.
We have not brought up New York at all yet.
That's good.
Well, because they don't care about their teams. I mean, the Jets. I bet the Jets fans are better than Giants fans.
I was going to say the Giants, for their history and everything, kind of a blah fan base.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Miami with like all of their
They're
sports.
not even worth mentioning at all.
Yeah. Did you see the Heat game last night?
Like
it was tip-off. It was half empty.
Oh, yeah. And that happens a lot in those Miami playoff games. Contreras just acted up, Tony. He was not happy.
He just
got
did
tossed.
some voodoo magic on the plate.
He is on one.
He drew
He took his bat and started drawing into the dirt and
then
slammed it down. It's pretty cool.
He hexed it.
Ravens have a good fan base. They have good when
They
they're
show
good.
up at home, man.
Yeah.
That, no matter what.
I think we can definitely.
Where would you put the Raiders?
This is a weird one because it's like
Used to be great.
Yeah. And it's
not
really
anymore.
just like one section of them that's great. Like the black hole's great, and then everything else is empty.
And it's also weird now because they just moved, so
I
you're
know.
looking at Las Vegas now.
So I got a theory about what generates a good fan base, and it has to be in a city that's not too cool.
So no, like New York, Miami, LA,
yeah, but
Chicago, maybe.
there's too much to do when they're not good. But like for Buffalo, for Pittsburgh, I would even say for Charlotte for a while, it's like that is here. New Orleans, another good thing. It's like, hey, why if the Saints stink, you should be out partying,
Right.
Yeah,
eating crawfish and stuff. And
Whereas, like, if the Steelers or the Panthers stink,
you still
now
go
you're
to
gonna
games.
Yeah.
Cleveland, another great example.
On that note, Redbeard says
Cincinnati,
Pittsburgh doesn't travel well. They moved out of that dump and all live in other places.
Well,
I've heard a lot of
they
people
moved out of that dump because when the steel mills, like, stuff collapsed in the whatever it was 70s, 80s,
What are you, a
everybody had to
history
go
major
find
now?
a job somewhere else. Well,
Yeah.
Clip,
It's
if I'm going to
actually-
be a great fan of Pittsburgh sports, I need to know what happened.
Okay.
I mean, the Steelers name does come from that. It's like when people don't know what that means, they're like, "Oh, I'm a Steelers fan." Why?
What did they steal?
Well, yeah. I've heard great things about Pittsburgh. Actually, when you go, if Panther fans, that my friends went on that Thursday night game where you guys smoked us and killed Cam Newton.
Yeah.
But they said they had a blast in the because you get to go from the stadium. There's some like cool breweries and some stuff. So
Oh, yeah.
maybe a comeback. These are some cities that are gonna maybe these football teams keep those cities alive to a certain degree.
Tony, yes or no? Don't even think about it. Just say yes or no. Oh, you're going no? Okay. Do you like that all Pittsburgh teams have the same colors?
Yes.
You like that? You like it uniform? I think I do too.
Because then your gear,
especially since it's black, because I would wear it year round.
Me too. Yeah.
But
A few years ago when the Penguins were in their last Stanley Cup final, there were people going to Pirates games, obviously, because it's like $20, wearing like Penguins gear, and they're watching.
Love it.
Yeah, they're watching the game. They're getting updates in the stadium. So and it
Greatest
works.
throwback logo ever. The Penguins. That old Penguin logo was so great. Love it. I think this, Clip is. I mean, if you look at my closet, it's kind of uniform on its own. Like 80% of my casual wear is Panthers and Pirate gear. Is that like, and so I think that would make a great closet. Is like, you wouldn't have to. I'm like, oh man, my shoes don't match with this purple.
my Penguins jersey's messed up. Well, I got this Heinz Ward jersey. I can wear that and fit
Right,
right
I can
in.
wear a Steelers hat with like a
And
Penguin
you're like
shirt.
the cooler guy there too. You go to if you wear the Pirates jersey, to
You don't
the
want to
Steelers
wear.
game, they're like, oh man, that's a real fan, dude.
You don't want to wear your Led Zeppelin shirt to a Led Zeppelin concert.
Right.
You look like a tool.
Exactly.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. More to go. So
I gotta play some game.
I gotta look this up. Chad said. So you said that the steroids guy is in every movie, and not the same actor. I think the way Chad's putting this is that it's the exact
same actor.
Did you know that?
No, but
I gotta look it up.
believe
He's saying steroids guy in the program is hard rock guy in Any Given Sunday.
Yes.
What a typecast. All right, we'll look that up. Have more for you after this.
All aboard! Hop on the Emerald Express for a free ride through the Uptown District every Thursday through Saturday from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. The continuous loop begins and ends at GK Butterfield Transportation Center, but you can hop on and off at any of the 13 stops. With stops along Dickinson Avenue, Evans Street, the Town Common, and more, the Emerald Express is the perfect way to travel in the Emerald City. This trolley runs every 20 minutes, but don't worry, the stops are all footsteps away from all the businesses in the Uptown District.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
For service, we're doing touchless pickup and drop-offs. So when you pull your vehicle in, we greet you at the car and open the door for you, but we're putting plastic on the seats. We're having a steering wheel cover put on. We even have shift knob covers now this year. And then we have the customer actually drop the key in a baggie, and they're the next one to touch that key when it comes out of the baggie when they pick up their vehicle. So just want to make sure we take care of the customers that voted us number one.
Brown & Wood, your number one dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richards from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Bonner Latham, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
Mow like a pro with Hustler Turf zero-turn mowers. They engineer their mowers to be maintenance and service friendly for the everyday homeowner while not sacrificing the build and cut quality they're known for. From the heavy-duty frame to the welded steel deck to their trademark smooth track steering, Hustler Turf zero-turn mowers deliver professional grade cut quality for a perfectly manicured lawn. Come into Ron Ayers Motorsports to see the Hustler difference for yourself today. Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
Your first stop for shopping is at Shimmer Boutique. This is Ashley from Shimmer. We are fully stocked with the latest apparel, shoes, and accessories and more. If you need gift ideas or some shopping therapy for yourself, stop by today. Looking for the hottest shoes on the market? Shimmer has the biggest selection of Hey Dudes anywhere. Shimmer has the newest Yeti products and colors. Want this year's most popular bag? Shimmer has a great selection of all your bog bag needs and accessories. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, and Jacksonville.
This is Dr. Christopher McDowell from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services. For experience and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at Arc Point Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust Arc Point Labs to give you quick and accurate results for all your laboratory testing needs. If you are in need of COVID testing for your return to school, work, or for travel, Arc Point Labs is offering same-day PCR and antigen testing with little to no wait time. Please visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina Arc Point Labs locations or make an appointment now at onehourcovidresults.com. Go Pirates!
Pirate fans, the 2022 football season is going to be one for the record books. East Carolina is coming off a 7-win bowl season, and 2022 is shaping up to be even better. The Pirates need you to pack Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium this fall with a great home slate that includes in-state rival North Carolina State. The American Conference schedule features home games against UCF, Memphis, Houston, and Navy. Season tickets are on sale for as low as $125. Get your tickets today by visiting ECUPirates.com.
Pirate Radio.
For having such a bleak outlook on pirates, you're well on your way to becoming one.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Interbanks Home Builders Association presents the Home and Garden Expo 2022 on Saturday, June 4th, and now's your chance to be a part of it. You can have a booth or be a sponsor of the new and improved exciting event that will be held Saturday, June 4th at Minges Coliseum. Indoor and outdoor exhibit space is available to accommodate everyone. For more information or to sign up, please visit Interbanks Home Builders Association's website at ibxhba.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Thanks to Redbeard for pointing out tonight's siren sounders have been announced. And
it's not tonight's, is it? Is this for the whole? Don't they only have one?
Huh? They do for every period.
Each period, so they have a different one for each period.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who went? Who did it when you went? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
All right. Good stuff. Christian McCaffrey.
It's a good one.
Headliner. Kiara Leslie, NC State basketball player. Not familiar with her. And the neck of the South, Mike Glennon.
Yeah, imagine if he got a neck tattoo. It'd be awesome. What if he just got like a giraffe print?
It would be too expensive.
You'd have to charge him double.
He said, I want a sleeve.
Tribal sleeve of the neck. Which when I see Mike Glennon, I'm thinking, all right, Canes are definitely going to lose. But I'm looking at dimensions, like State fans are excited about it. They look at Mike Glennon differently than we do.
Yeah,
seeing him as a pro.
He was good there, but I think a great one would have been Ike Ekwonu.
Hey, there's still time.
First round pick for the Panthers.
Was it him
NC
recently that said something about it on Twitter, or somebody said they need to get him?
I saw somebody say they need to get him, and I thought that was a great idea.
All right. Tony, I want to wrap it up by doing this.
What game?
It's the 5-second game.
All right.
Are you good on your toes?
I'm not very nimble.
But do you know people's names?
No.
Perfect.
Oh,
This'll
I'm
be
perfect
awesome.
for this game.
So here's what I say we do, CJ.
Okay.
And we'll
Can we make it 7 seconds for me?
Yes, for you we can. Okay. Let's do a round with me, CJ, and Tony, because we're gonna do our team specific, and then we'll get one so we can include Shirley on a different category. But his first category is going to be players that played for our NFL team.
At any
past
time
or present.
Okay.
And we'll do first or last name. So here's how the game's played, Tony.
Is this where you got to do one per? Okay.
I'm going to go to CJ first, and I'm going to say, CJ, name a Pittsburgh Steeler whose first or last name begins with the letter M.
Mike Wallace.
And he got it just in time.
Okay.
And now it's CJ's turn to point to me or you and to ask one for our teams.
Okay.
So, Tony, current or former Carolina Panther, first or last name starts with S.
S. Steve Smith.
There you go. And now you ask one of us.
Clip.
Yes.
Current or former that starts with a B.
Brian Mitchell. CJ. The letter T.
T. Troy Polamalu.
All right. Let's go fast. I want to see how long we can do this.
Okay. Clip, we'll go back to you.
All
Let's
right.
do letter D.
D. David. Derek Carrier. I'm going to be naming some random ass dudes.
I will not be fact checking.
Derek Carrier was a tight end. All right. Tony, Panther, letter R.
R. Oh, God. R. Not getting this one.
All right.
See, it seems
Rod Smart.
It seems easy until the pressure's on.
Raheem Ismail. Thank you, Shirley.
Thank you. That was fun.
Back to me and CJ.
Do I ask or do you?
I think I'm up asking you the letter.
You know what? Who was? And I saw his face. Ray Caruth too.
Oh, good thing you didn't say that. Letter
killed.
Letter W. CJ.
W.
2.
Ward. Heinz Ward.
Heinz Ward. All right, give me.
I've got a lot of W's.
Give me a letter.
Let's go letter. T.
Timmy Smith.
Jeez.
Super Bowl.
Okay.
Record rushing. The letter A.
Antonio Brown.
Okay.
Let's go U. Letter. Did I give you S? I don't know. Go S.
S. Sam. Stephen Davis. All right. Letter D.
D.
T's.
Oh, I lost it.
Yeah. All right. All right, that's how it's played. Now, somebody very sarcastically just sent me a text that said, great game. Do you think they mean that or they don't like
Was it Molly?
Yep.
Oh, God.
How'd you know that?
I could just hear.
Molly,
I could hear his disdain.
Are you being sincere or are you being sarcastic? I think I know. You know what? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. All right, let's do one real quick. We can get Shirley in. We did this the other day. Let's do a quick round of, let's just go movies only.
Okay.
Because Tony's a movie guy. So let's do the movies again. All right? We all good?
Yep.
All right, we'll start it with Shirley. Name a movie that starts with the letter R.
Roadhouse.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Great game.
Tony, movie that starts with the letter E.
E? Oh, God.
E?
Enter the Dragon.
Buzzer beater.
That reminded me of the guy sitting in that seat who was asked that Wednesday, Bryce Williams, who said enzyme. You know what I thought about the other day and today? E.T. would probably be
that is a
I was thinking Encino Man.
Oh, that's
Now
like
that's
Cody's
right
favorite
up.
movie.
Yeah, it's like so
All right,
good.
Tony, you're up to ask.
CJ, C.
C. I just about said Cat
We're
Chronicles.
struggling. All right, Tony.
Cat Chronicles?
The movie.
The movie.
Love that movie, Tony.
Tony,
Actually,
you're
if
up.
you said cats, it would have been correct.
Every Tuesday.
You're up to ask again.
Clip.
Yes.
P.
P, of course, would be Spider-Man. Pick.
Powder. You could have gone Powder.
Another great mid-90s movie.
The one that hit me yesterday, the 20 minutes after we finished playing the Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Well, you asked
Shirley.
Down to 2.
L.
L. Love and Basketball.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
CJ.
No, he's out. I'm out.
Oh, that's
Tony's
right.
in.
Wait, so it's just me and you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Tony.
Tony.
O.
Oppenheimer.
Wow.
Woo.
Was that about a bomb?
I think so.
Okay. Did the movie bomb?
How about J?
J. Jumanji.
Very good.
Jumanji.
F.
Fast and the Furious 5, and I want to drive the car.
It's in New Bern.
Well done.
All right.
Z.
Oh, man.
Oh, Zombieland.
Boom.
I was still that one from
I was
Bryce.
going to go Zeitgeist.
Y.
Y. Young Guns.
Man, nice.
Well done.
You don't have to do all 90s.
No, it's usually that's just what pops into your head.
Claude Van Damme movies was my original goal. H.
That would be
H. Hellraiser.
Man.
Okay.
I.
Oh, man.
That was
Everyone, a lot of the ones Tony's got, E.T., there was a movie called O.
Oh.
And then I was thinking I, Robot, Tanya. That was like So, Shirley, good job. You win.
Thank you.
The movie round.
Finally.
And that's
I
how the
won
game
something.
is played. What do you think, Tony?
Well, I got to say, for someone who doesn't like that game, Mully, it was probably slightly more entertaining than his answer to Deep Space and Deep Water.
All right.
Going to put it out there.
We're starting a new feud, Tony Dunn versus Mike Mullis.
Oh, no, I'm actually scared. Everybody's scared of him, right?
I know. He's just got something about him.
It's the voice.
It is?
It's the voice.
All right. Thanks for hanging out, Tony.
All right,
C3
thank you.
Podcast every Tuesday night. Check it out. We will take a time out, come back, talk to Morgan Ahlers. We got a lot of guests coming up hour 3. Morgan Ahlers, Ryan Gosney from ECU Club Baseball, and Mark Greenhill's Golf Shop Radio Show. All ahead on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Hey, Hey, Wood Ducks fans, be sure to purchase your single game tickets online at woodducksbaseball.com or by calling our front office at Granger Stadium. Advanced ticket prices for Sunday through Thursday are just $7. Friday and Saturday tickets are $12. Do you have a big group? No problem. Book your group tickets by contacting our front office now. We hope to see you out at Granger Stadium all season long. Let's go Woodies!
Temperatures are in the low 30s at 10 a.m., increasing sharply to 75 degrees by 1 p.m., and then dropping into the teens by 10 p.m. So before you go to work, put on some gloves, pack some shorts, and a parka. That should cover you for the day.
Your heating and cooling take a beating. Guarantee your system is ready when you need it. Call Delcor. Buy a new train system and make no payments until 2023. It's hard to stop a train. With inflation and high gas prices, you don't need another payment. So buy this month and make no payments until 2023. Delcor, the service professionals.
Everybody wants to get fit and get in shape. You don't have to do it alone. At Kinetic, we have certified personal trainers that will work with you on your customized workout plan to help you reach the fitness goals you always wanted. Choose either to work one-on-one or with a partner, or quickly burn more calories in our high-intensity fat-burning bootcamp classes while having fun with others at the same time. No matter your fitness level, we can help you get the results you want. Sign up today at kptonline.com.
Christie's Europub is the perfect place to relax, grab a bite, and enjoy a drink. Located in the heart of Greenville and just a few blocks from ECU's campus, Christie's offers lunch, dinner, and late night with live music every Sunday. Come and have brunch Monday through Friday from 11 to 3 or Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 4. Scratch cooking takes time, so relax and enjoy a pint at Christie's Europub today. For the latest information, check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or visit them online at christieseuropub.com.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park, or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
This isn't your regular cola, so this isn't your regular cola ad. No beach parties or family barbecues here, just Nitro Pepsi, the first cola ever infused with nitrogen. So forget everything you thought you knew about soda, because that nitrogen gives us a whole new experience. Think an infusion of smaller bubbles for a cola that's got a lighter, smoother texture. And don't get me started on the pour. You don't pour this like any other cola. We're talking turn the can completely upside down and watch as those bubbles cascade into the glass to create a frothy, luxurious foam topping. Can your cola do that? I didn't think so. Unless you've got your own Nitro Pepsi, in which case cheers to your great taste. Because you already know that the only thing better than the pour is the unapologetic cola taste. What else is there to say? From the creamy foam to the smooth texture to its unbelievably delicious flavor, this is cola like you've never had it before. Time to bring your taste buds to the next frontier. New Nitro Pepsi. Smooth, creamy, delicious.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 at 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Tiebreakers in Greenville at Bells Fort and in downtown Winterville on Railroad Street. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, hour 3 of Radio Live.
You're right there.
I'm Shirley Rhodes, CJ Schaefer here on a hot Friday in eastern North Carolina. Let's talk now to the voice of Dowdy Ficklin Stadium, Minges Coliseum, sometimes Clark LeClaire Stadium, and sometimes at a wedding or restaurant bar near you. Morgan Ahlers joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line. Morgan, how you doing, man?
It is hot.
Hot? Yes, sir. Morgan, saw that Holton Ahlers will be having his first youth football camp coming up in July, and that's pretty cool. And we talked about it earlier in the show, but this is one of the good sides of the NIL. We'll talk about the bad sides with Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher in a moment, but this is pretty cool. Holton at his old stomping grounds at D.H. Conley, right? Coming up later this summer.
Yeah, it's coming up on July the 23rd. He's going to have it out there, I think, from 8 to about 12:30. It's a youth football camp. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of different folks going to be out there helping out with it. You can go to HoltonAhlers.com and register if you have a young man that wants to come out there, learn a little bit about football, hang out, and have a lot of fun. I think this is going to be a good time all, and hopefully it'll be an annual event for him.
Good deal.
Excited about it. Been looking forward, been putting it together for a while, and finally pulled the trigger on it today to announce to the world that it's out there for July the 23rd.
Speaking of camps, remind me, Morgan, we talked about this a month or so ago. When is the Manning Passing Academy that Holton's going to be a part of?
Manning Passing Academy, I think I think he flies out on the 23rd of June.
Okay.
And comes back on Sunday the 26th. I think it's Thursday through Sunday, I believe. And yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. He's really excited about going out there, working with them, because basically the quarterbacks they bring in are counselors, so they get to work with the young men that are going out there, to be part of the passing academy that have enrolled in it, and get to also hang out with some really good quarterback coaches. Some NFL guys will be out there, and really cool. He's really excited about it.
So Holton is going to be like an instructor, but also probably getting some instruction of his own from some NFL greats. Is that how it works?
That's from what I understand. I think that's right.
Okay.
And, still trying to fundraise because, as everybody knows, the cost of plane tickets are outrageous right now.
Yeah.
They even though it's an NIL is out and about, the players are still responsible for their own plane fare and to and from Louisiana, so it's going well, and I think we're getting close. But if you'd like to help, give him a call on Twitter. Give him a shout out on Twitter. He'll be glad to talk to you about it.
There you go. Morgan Ahlers joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line, looking at our Bud Light EC report brought to you by Bud Light. The Pirates win number 12 in a row on Thursday, Morgan, going for lucky number 13 tonight at Clark LeClaire Stadium. And what a turnaround for this baseball team, which is now, it's almost a shame that there's not another week or two left of the regular season, because the way they're playing, Morgan, they could have played themselves into hosting a regional, which I wrote off back in February, March. But what a run Cliff Godwin and his Pirates have been on.
Yeah, it's good to see. Last night's game, they get down 4-1 and come back, and I think they score 7 in a row, 7 unanswered against them, and really good play. The squeeze bunt to score a run in there, I thought was one of the cool. To me, that's always just a cool play if it works. Because more often than not, it doesn't, and takes a really courageous coach that knows his players and his players being able to execute for something like that to work. Because if he misses that ball, he's dead to right at home plate, and you probably don't have that rally that you have. But as it was a good bunt. Pitcher made a great play on it, but our guys, scored and rallied from there. So they're playing good baseball right now, and this is a team that believes, no matter how far they get down, that they can come back. And that's a big part of baseball, having that mentality at home plate that you're going to make contact and you just got to get up there and do your job, and your teammates going to do theirs, and good things happen.
Morgan Ahlers joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line, looking at what's going on in the world of sports coming up tonight. Game 2 between the Rangers and Hurricanes at PNC Arena. That's 8 o'clock on ESPN, followed by Edmonton Calgary. At 9 o'clock on TNT, it's the Mavericks and the Golden State Warriors. Game 2 of that series with Golden State leading 1-0. And also going on in the sports world, Morgan, the college football world is getting some eyeballs on it because of a couple of SEC coaches going back and forth, Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher. And Nick Saban has kind of walked back, apologized on some of his comments. Jimbo said he got a call from Nick Saban. He's not answering it, and they are done. So that was a little pay-per-view preview that we saw earlier this week.
Yeah, that's a ticket seller. There's no doubt about that. Like when they're going to have, when they play each other, you're really going to have to go out and try to give a wholesale price on tickets anyway. But that's, again, we've talked about it. The NIL thing, it's good for college athletics, but it's bad for college athletics. And when you've got 30 people on your team making over $1 million a year, Alabama, come on, man. I'm gonna do it. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Where's that money coming from? And I heard Cliff Godwin on your show the other day talk about, is it better to have the facilities for the players or for the players to have the money? Now, I think the players want to have the facilities, but the players want to have the money. But, there's only so many dollars to go around, and eventually that's going to come back and haunt some of these schools. And but, hey, they want to argue about it. It'll make for great television later on this year.
That it will, and I was wondering what comes next. Are more coaches going to be out here calling out other schools and coaches, or is this going to be a one-time deal? Well, it's not going to happen anytime soon in the SEC because I mentioned this earlier with Brian North, but I guess Lane Kiffin was going to go on the Dan Patrick Show, and Commissioner Sankey from the SEC put a stop to it. A gag order, I guess, in fact. Radio silence, no interviews. So who knows what the hell Lane Kiffin was going to say about it, but it sounds like, Morgan, they're going to try to silence these coaches and not have any more spats. But, heck, we are getting close to the old summer circuit, right, where all these coaches are going to be together in the same place for media days. So that's probably coming up in June, July.
Oh, Jimbo and Nick Saban, they'll hang out. They'll drink a few high-end adult beverages.
Yeah.
They'll kiss and make up eventually because they've got a long relationship together in the past. And, you can't call out one person and, what's the old saying that you can't throw stones in a glass house?
Yeah.
And for Jimbo to say it, and then Nick to say it, they're doing the same thing down there on Jimbo Fisher's team.
That's why I was shocked, because the reason you don't say anything is because you don't want folks looking at what's going on in your backyard, right? And both,
right.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think I read the comments that Nick Saban said, and I don't think he was being mean about it. I think he was being just Nick Saban saying stuff that he does occasionally, and sometimes he's very blunt with what he's saying. I don't think he was really attacking anybody, but I think the people that were mentioned in those comments took it like he was really getting at.
Well, he said Texas A&M bought every one of their recruits. I mean, if I'm Jimbo Fisher, I got to respond to that.
Well, what's the difference in Tennessee? Tennessee's got a high school kid coming in making $1.8 million.
Yeah, well, he didn't say Tennessee. He singled out
12 offensive linemen on the roster that are making $50,000 a year from a former player.
Tennessee didn't finish first in recruiting, so Saban doesn't care about them yet.
Well, Nick Saban doesn't have anything to worry about until he's not in the top 5 anymore,
yeah,
as far as I'm concerned.
And that'll probably never happen.
If you don't think Alabama is every one of the recruits that Alabama had is making some sort of money, or they're saying, and they are.
Who should be complaining is like Mike Houston or the coach at Louisiana or the coach at Nevada, not Alabama and A&M.
No, and that's again, you don't throw stones when you live in a glass house.
No. Morgan Ahlers joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. Morgan, is it another wedding weekend for you? What you got going on this weekend?
Another wedding weekend. Going to be doing one at Brook Valley tomorrow night.
All right.
So looking forward to that. It's sort of off tonight. First Friday I've had off in like 5 weeks, which is nice, but it's nice and relaxing. But yeah, it's going to be a hot one tomorrow. So, but I got that at Brook Valley. Excited about that one. And Britt and Aubrey going to be getting married. The Browns, another Brown family, Christopher and Marty Brown's son Britt, going to be getting married. And congratulations to them, Britt and Aubrey. And going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it.
Enjoy it, Morgan, and we will talk to you again soon, man. Appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you, sir, and good job this year, by the way, on announcing over at Clark LeClaire. You do a great job as always. Appreciate you having me on.
Thank you, Morgan. My season finale coming up tomorrow at Clark LeClaire Stadium. Looking forward to it. Morgan Ahlers joining us today here on Pirate Radio Live. Shirley Rhodes, let's open up the booty bag and give away some Margaritaville Tropical Punch.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
317-1250 Margaritaville. It's the paradise you can taste by simply opening a bottle of the all-new Margaritaville Tropical Punch. Flavors like Mango Peach Paradise, Strawberry Daiquiri, and Beach Breezy. We invite you to a place where the sun is always shining and the breeze is just right. Margaritaville Tropical Punch. Vacation is just a sip away. Find vacation state of mind wherever you are at Margaritaville Tropical Punch on Instagram. We are giving away a 12-pack right now. Shirley, caller 12?
Caller 12 must be 21 or over.
Thank you for the fine print. Back with more on Pirate Radio Live. We'll talk some club baseball with the head coach of the ECU Club Baseball Pirates, Ryan Gosney, when we return after this.
All aboard! Hop on the Emerald Express for a free ride through the Uptown District every Thursday through Saturday from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. The continuous loop begins and ends at GK Butterfield Transportation Center, but you can hop on and off at any of the 13 stops. With stops along Dickinson Avenue, Evans Street, the Town Common, and more, the Emerald Express is the perfect way to travel in the Emerald City. This trolley runs every 20 minutes, but don't worry, the stops are all footsteps away from all the businesses in the Uptown District.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
For 2 years in a row, we've been voted #1 in Greenville, so we're super thankful. For 2022, we've decided to make it the year of the customer. We're taking more COVID health safety protocols with some personal test drives where, you don't have the salesperson riding along with the customer. It actually makes them a little bit more comfortable, and they can take a drive and kind of go where they want to go and drive it how they want to drive it.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Cliff Godwin. Summer is upon us, and I want to invite you to attend our CG23 Youth Camp here at East Carolina University. We will offer 3 sessions of camp. All camps will be held at Clark LeClaire Stadium, and campers will get baseball instruction from the ECU baseball staff and players. Campers will play games each day, and each camp ends with our famous Pirate Slip and Slide. Full day and half day sessions offered. For more information, visit cliffgodwinbaseballcamp.com. See you there, and go Pirates!
Welcome to US Cellular. Yeah, hi. I want a new phone for free, but not just any phone. I want the newest, fastest, most storage holding 5G unlimited data using phone in here for free. Sure, your choice. Really? Yep.
At US Cellular, we put you first. So choose any phone from any brand free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit AtlanticWireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
University PC Care has been busier than ever repairing personal PC and Mac computers and iPhones during this pandemic. And we thank you for your support. Now, with everyone streaming and doing work from school and home, you may have discovered that your home Wi-Fi just isn't cutting it. It may be time to upgrade your home network, and University PC Care can help. To make a network assessment appointment and discover upgrade options that fit your home, go to talktowilliam.com or learn more at universitypccare.com.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
The 80s and 90s were filled with obnoxiously loud styles. Dudes wore crop tops and super high shorts and rocked it with the confidence of 10,000 Sean Connerys and Tom Sellecks combined. And at Tailgate Classics, their mission is to bring that energy back. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Cam Higley, Tailgate Classics has a unique line of vintage and retro tees, polos, jerseys, hats, and more. Go by the store today at 304 Evans Street in Greenville and check out their website at shoptailgateclassics.com.
This is Touchdown Tony Collins, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. For the latest breaking news, interesting stories, and awesome contests that can make you a winner, be sure to follow Pirate Radio on our social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PR927FM. Join the over 55,000 followers today. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, back inside Pirate Radio Live. We'll talk some ECU Club Baseball, the dynasty that is ECU Club Baseball, back in the Club World Series, and their head coach joins us now inside the Pirate Radio studios, Ryan Gosney. Ryan, welcome in. How you doing, man?
Doing well. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate your time, and thanks for joining us today as, again, the legacy just goes on. I remember back in the day having my buddy Joe Karachi on to talk club baseball, and we've talked to other coaches since then, but you've taken over this program, and you said this is year one for you, right?
This is first year coaching, yes, sir.
So first year coaching after being a player on the team.
That's right. I played the first year in 2018, played the 4 years in between from then to last year, and now coaching.
So why'd you decide to stick around and coach the team?
Ben Fox, our previous coach, decided after last season that he was going to hang it up and focus on his family for a little bit, and they needed a coach, and I still had a year of grad school and wanted to step in and kind of fill the gap.
All right, so for folks that don't know, we've talked about it quite a bit on the show over the years, but club baseball, can you kind of just give us the nuts and bolts of club baseball, you know, how you get your players in and what all it encompasses here at East Carolina?
So ECU has a great infrastructure for club sports in general. They support the programs very well. It's in some places it's intramural-esque, in other places it's built as a competitive college program, and that's what they try to do here at ECU. And basically we just have a fall tryout each semester in the fall. Numbers vary, you know, with COVID, things kind of took a little downturn just numbers-wise, because last year we had a very late notice on whether we were going to have a season or not, and so that kind of hurt the numbers a little, but it's typically a fall tryout from August to September. We'll put out the word either at the mall event before the fall semester in the summers, and then we've also have emailed guys have emailed us as the program has gone on and grown, but it's a yearly thing where we add through a tryout. There's usually 30 to 35 guys that we roll with each season, and it's pretty competitive. We've had numbers in the upwards of 80, 90 guys at the beginning of a tryout in each fall. So,
Ryan Gosney joining us. East Carolina Club Baseball on its way to the World Series. Where is the World Series?
This year's World Series is in Greenwood, South Carolina, at Lander University.
Not terrible travel, then?
No, not too bad. There. Much better than Kansas last year.
So tell us about the season this year. How did you guys do?
So, things didn't always come as easily for us this season. We lost our very first game of the year. We dropped a couple games, actually ended up losing an out-of-conference series, which is not a common occurrence for us. But, the guys have at every turn that they could have folded it up and looked for the easy way out. They've dug their feet in. We've played harder and gotten better and better.
Who are some of the individuals that stood out this year on the team?
Offensively, definitely Zach Nicholson, a Greenville local himself. has hit the ball incredibly well. Great average this year, hit for power, and from years past, improved in 2-strike situations and cut strikeouts down by a lot. And then on the pitching side of things, another Pitt County local, Tyler Colmore, has pitched the ball incredibly well for us and stepped up with some situations where we've had other guys get hurt, and he stepped up and taken the ball and run with it every time.
Any relation to Cam?
He is his little brother.
Okay, all right. We've had Cam on the show in the past before. Great to hear the local guys playing well, and you said you've got huge numbers before you finalize your roster. So do you have your guys specialized, or do you have a lot of two-way guys? How's it work for your team?
We have actually one guy who plays both. He's Cody Sear. He's played some in right field and pitched some, but typically it is specialized. Position players hit and play the field, and then we have pitcher onlys who fill out the pitching staff.
How about your background before you became a club baseball player, a student here at East Carolina? What about your playing days? Where did you go to high school?
So I was actually homeschooled. I grew up in the Greensboro area and played for a Raleigh homeschool team throughout high school, and then went to a Division III program my freshman year to play, and then transferred here into ECU in the fall of 2016.
Awesome. So you have a big baseball background. What are you going to do in the real world once you get there?
That's
something baseball related, or
I'm looking to do something, college athletic administration.
Yeah.
I just finished my master's in sport management, trying to get into the college athletic department world.
What are are there academic requirements to play on the club team?
Yes, the school and the NCBA has a GPA requirement. I believe it's a 2.5 at ECU, and I believe it's a 2 from the NCBA. That gets checked every fall and spring semester to make sure guys are, within the proper parameters to be on the team and play.
I remember talking to Joe and Ben in the past, and as a head coach, you're not just filling out a lineup card and doing baseball, those types of things. Like, you are looking over the entire program, correct? So what all does head coach of ECU Club Baseball entail as far as your duties?
Mostly, this year we've had a lot of help from one of the guys on the team, Brandon Ward. His parents are local and have helped us out with a lot of things. And then our assistant coach, Michael Crumpler, was a former president of the team the last 3 years, and he's kind of helped some of the younger guys run the thing as far as what they do at the school and club sports and those kinds of things. And then for me, it really is mostly baseball, making sure the guys are doing what they needed to do on the baseball front, umpire scheduling, making sure we have fields, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Since we do not have our own facility to use at our own leisure, we got to make sure we're scheduling those things and doing all that in advance so that things go smoothly.
Where do you guys practice and play?
We practice and play at Guy Smith Stadium.
All right, which is newly named RV Stadium. Yep. Ronald Vincent, who we had on the Brian Bailey Show on Monday, is high school baseball playoffs going on right now. So Ryan, are you going to be back next year, or are you going to hand over the reins to someone else?
I'd say that's undecided right now.
Okay.
It's just going to depend, where job and life takes me at this point.
There you go. Ryan Gosney joining us. So let's talk about this upcoming World Series down in South Carolina. When does it begin?
The first games will start next Friday. Our first game is Saturday morning. We'll play Cal Poly. We're the 4 seed, they're the 5 seed. So
how many teams?
It's 8 teams, comprised of 8 regional winners. There's 8 regions spread out through the U.S. The winner of each, goes to the World Series, and they have a formula where they seed everybody based on rank, record, and those kinds of things.
All right. Is there a favorite in the group outside of yourselves? Would you say who had the best year?
Penn State is the 1 seed, and they're kind of a perennial strong club baseball program. Florida State as well, and those are 2 teams that we've actually played in the World Series as recently as 2018. So I would say that they're definitely 2 of the teams to be on the lookout for.
Did you win a championship as a player?
I didn't.
You got there, but
I was a student here at ECU in the 2016-17 year where they won the national championship, but I didn't play.
How many national championships has this program won?
2.
Okay.
2011 and 2017.
There you go. And looking for number 3 this year. Will those games be available to stream in some capacity?
As far as I know, if it's the same as years past, they'll do a radio stream. prior to the semifinal, and then once the semifinal starts, they stream video and live audio for those as well.
We were here doing a live show not that long ago, and somebody had sent us a link, and it was the club basketball team, I believe, in the championship. If you're familiar, I don't know if you're familiar with that, but it shows you that the club sports here at East Carolina. Do you have any idea how many club sports there actually are at ECU?
I don't. I know that it's a very large number in comparison to most
great.
universities.
Gives folks an opportunity to continue playing and have a good time. And really, when I ask athletes who are done playing, whether it be college or professional, the thing they say they miss the most is like being in the locker room, being around the guys, being at practice every day. And this gives kids the opportunity to continue to do that for a few more years.
Absolutely. I mean, there are guys that I never actually played with that I have met through the program that I talk to almost daily. It's very much a family, and it's very much something that sticks with you beyond the playing days.
Yeah, and for some, it's not the end. I mean, we had Tanner Duncan on the show, and he's playing pro baseball, right?
He's pitching with the High Point Rockers right now, looking to get back into affiliated baseball.
Yeah, was with the Astros, I believe, previously. So, we enjoyed talking to Tanner. We need to get him back on the program and get a life update on Tanner Duncan. Ryan Gosney joining us here. So, Ryan, is there any way for folks to help you out as far as travel, as far as lodging, things like that?
So we get a significant amount of help from the SGA and the club sports program at ECU, but a lot of the financial responsibility does fall on the players and their families. We have a link out on our Twitter and our Instagram that can take you to a fundraising page, and that'll help with travel costs, food and field rental while we're there, hotel expense, and those kinds of things.
Good deal. Ryan Gosney joining us. Any other info we need to get out there, Ryan?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. If you think of something, let us know.
Sounds good.
And we'll get it out there. Ryan, thanks for joining us today. Good luck to you guys, man. We'll keep in touch and get an update with you. And how about win the whole thing and come back and we'll celebrate.
That sounds good to me. Thank you for having me.
All right, Ryan Gosney joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. We'll take a time out, come back, have more for you right after this.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all your vehicle needs. Greenville Auto World believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Visit greenvilleautoworld.net to see their fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. Need a lift kit, custom rims, or wheels? Greenville Auto World can upgrade your vehicle today. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 in Greenville.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Welcome to US Cellular. Yeah, hi. I want a new phone for free, but not just any phone. I want the newest, fastest, most storage holding 5G unlimited data using phone in here for free.
Sure, your choice.
Really?
Yep.
At US Cellular, we put you first. So choose any phone from any brand free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
We all love using Uber Eats, DoorDash, and grocery pickup. It makes life so much easier. Well, now there is cellular delivery, and the team at Cellular Warehouse has perfected the process. They will deliver your new phone right to your door with all your information loaded on the new phone. And the best thing is there is no charge for this awesome service. And you don't have to waste half the day sitting in a cellular store. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 and let his team of experts make your cellular delivery today. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent, serving all of Eastern North Carolina.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Hey, Pirate fans, Derek Pizzeni from Carolina Wealth Management. Are you a fiduciary? That's a question every investor should ask their advisor. A fiduciary is an individual who acts in the best interest of a particular person or beneficiary. Is your advisor a fiduciary? You should know it's your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we do things differently from other investment firms. To learn more about the benefits of working with a fiduciary advisor, visit mycarolinawealth.com. That's mycarolinawealth.com.
Hey O's fans, 2022 Orioles single game tickets are on sale now. Come celebrate the 30th anniversary of Oriole Park at Camden Yards with tickets starting as low as $10. Relive your favorite moments and make new memories this season. Choose from your favorite homestands when the O's take on the New York Yankees, Washington Nationals, and Boston Red Sox, or fan favorite giveaways like Birdland Hawaiian shirt and collectible bobbleheads. Experience the ballpark that forever changed baseball. Buy now at Orioles.com/tickets.
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Did you miss a show on Pirate Radio this week? Well, you can listen to all of Pirate Radio's archived local programming by subscribing to us on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, or Spotify. Subscribe today by going to the podcast app on your iPhone or Apple device and search for Audio Archives. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Alrighty, Justin Thomas right now 6 under par in the lead. He is finished for the day. Some golfers still on the course out at the PGA Championship on our Buccaneer Music Hall leaderboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
Earlier today, talked to Mark Greenhelch, Golf Shop Radio Show. At the time of that recording, JT was in the lead. He is still in the lead at the time this interview is being aired. Here's how it sounded when I checked in with Greeny and talked to him earlier today and asked Greeny how he was doing on this Friday.
I'm doing great. Clip, how are you doing?
Doing good, and enjoyed following the first couple rounds of the PGA Championship. Harold Varner III ends Friday at 2 over par. Looks like he will be playing into Saturday and Sunday. And Greeny, as I'm watching him, I think back to all of our conversations where you've talked about Harold is good enough to be a tournament winner on the PGA Tour if he can figure out what's going on the green. And man, he's been on quite a great stretch here with top 20 finishes, top 15, top 10 finishes. But I guess what you say, the old Harold popped up today, missed a lot of putts. They could have had him with a really good score through two rounds.
Yeah, same thing. When you look at the stats, I mean, his strokes gained tee to green so far through 2 rounds is just over 4. So he's basically gained 4 shots in the field, tee to green, but he's lost 2.3 on the greens. So, you know, all that good work that you're doing tee to green, you're almost giving it all back on the greens, and that's been the story so far. And again, I mean, the one tournament he won over in the European Tour, he made the long putt, and, you know, he putted pretty good over there. Now, I will say it's going to be interesting to see how it goes this afternoon because PGA did leave. They did not cut the greens with the anticipation of 40-mile-an-hour gusts this afternoon. They didn't want balls to start rolling all over the place. Now, the interesting thing is the wind had laid down a little bit, but now it's starting to kick back up again.
So the case yesterday, Greeny, I get were the morning scores better than the afternoon? And again, we're recording this at the time of this recording, so we'll see how your prediction goes. But do you expect today the scores that are in now to maybe be better than what's coming up later today?
Yeah, they were a lot better. I mean, Justin Thomas got it in at 3 under. I think one other player happened to get in at like 2 under. I think that was Matt Fitzpatrick. And other than that, you weren't really seeing a whole lot of low scores in that afternoon session yesterday. The wind came up a little bit in the afternoon, so it really only impacted the guys that were finishing up in the morning wave yesterday. But the guys in the afternoon wave got to deal with that wind most of the day, really didn't lay down that much late in the afternoon. So those guys that were going early yesterday and late today definitely have the advantage. But at the same time, I mean, they have predicted the wind goes back down, but like I just said, I think it just kicked back up again. So it's going to be interesting to see how these guys come out. Cut being at +3 right now, kind of anticipated to go to +4. I don't think it'll get to +5.
Mark Greenhill's Golf Shop Radio Show joining us. Greeny Harold found the water yesterday on a par 3. Also saw one particular hole that had some nice trees and rough in the middle of the fairway. Is anything unique stand out about this particular course in Tulsa, Oklahoma to you?
Well, they've done a major redesign to this, and they tried to kind of go back to the way the greens were originally. Over the years, when you hit shots out of sand traps, the sand goes onto the green, and the edges of the green start to get built up a little bit, and then everything funnels to the middle of the green. So they tried to kind of correct that, where everything now on the edges kind of funnels off the green. They took away a lot of the rough around the greens, and then they went out, and you're actually seeing this creek that goes throughout the golf course. It kind of had been lost in a lot of places, and Gil Hance and his crew kind of reestablished that creek in some areas, and not necessarily in play a lot of times, but with the rough, if you hit it in the rough and you have to lay up, that creek becomes an issue on some of the holes that maybe it wasn't back in 07 and in previous U.S. Opens and PGAs. So, and the other interesting factor about this is a lot of times what we see on all golf courses on the PGA Tour is we see fairway, we see a first cutter rough, and we see a second cutter rough. Not this week. We just have rough. So if you're off the fairway by 3 inches, you're in the deep stuff as opposed to that first cutter rough that we usually see. So that's made a difference.
Mark Greenhill's Golf Shop Radio Show joining us at the time of this taping. Justin Thomas is in the lead, and he's done for the day. By the time you hear this, Rory McIlroy, Will Zalatoris, maybe somebody will catch JT. But any thoughts heading into the weekend, Greeny? Who's still in contention here? Who could make a run here, or do you like those guys at the top right now?
Well, it's interesting. When you looked at yesterday, in that morning wave, you had McIlroy, Tom Hoge, and Will Zalatoris were your top guys. Not one of those I would consider a really good putter. So that's what I always look at. For me, this golf course really sets up as, and I think why you saw Rory McIlroy excel yesterday was he was really on top of his tee shot game. He was hitting the driver really well, controlling it really well, getting it into a lot of fairways. When he did miss a fairway, it was not by much, and it was in a spot that he could kind of get something up onto the green and two-putt and get out of there. We saw him make a few mistakes, missing a few greens, and missed a couple putts. His short game was a little suspect yesterday, so you look for that today. Can he maintain that good putting that he had yesterday and to go along with the good driving? If he puts those two things together over the weekend, he's always tough to catch. On the flip side of that, Justin Thomas, other than 2 shots that got away from him a little bit yesterday on the 8th and 9th hole, he has looked in complete control of his game. He has looked totally patient, not trying to overpower the golf course, just kind of maneuvering his way around like when he won the Players' Championship last year. So I think that those two guys, depending on how things play out this afternoon with Rory, that could be a great battle on Saturday and Sunday.
By the time this airs, Greeny, this question will be close to being answered, so let's get your prediction here. Will John Daly make the cut and play into Saturday and Sunday?
John Daly in the second half of his career was always good for some kind of an explosion and making a big number, so I would probably say no.
Yeah.
And as you said, we're taping this. I just watched Tiger Woods hit his first tee shot. I didn't like that at all. He's hurt. He's not going to tell you that whatever is bothering him is the result of his scores, but most other players probably would have withdrawn at this point.
Mark Greenelge, Golf Shop Radio Show, joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line. Greeny, a lot of PGA Championship talk, I'm sure, coming up. Anything else on the docket for Saturday's edition of your show?
Oh, yeah. We'll always talk with Bill Bender of the Sporting News. I'm sure we'll talk a little MLB, a little NBA playoffs, maybe some NHL, talk a little NFL training camp start to open and getting rookies in there. We're going to talk to Randy Wyant about a Skin View, which is trying to help people identify skin cancer, which is always a big thing for golfers since we're out in the golf course in the sun 4, 5, 6 hours a day. And then we'll catch up with some putting information with Michael Little, the co-founder and VP of Sales and Marketing for Makefield Putters. And then we're going to go boots on the ground with Golf Channel's Rex Hogger to get our PGA Championship update. So lots of good stuff tomorrow.
Great series with the Bruins and Carolina Hurricanes. Canes win it as every team wins on home ice. Canes back in action tonight against the New York Rangers in a rockin' PNC Arena. So, Greeny, you're a Boston Northeast guy. Do you jump on the Canes bandwagon, or are you just one team only when it comes to
now,
hockey?
Cliff, you should know by now, after all of our conversations, that when my team loses, I'm out.
That's how it should be. I respect that, Greeny.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. Like, as far as I'm concerned, Carolina won the Stanley Cup because they beat the Bruins. Hopefully, I've got the Celtics to pull through, and they can get into the finals and win it all, and then I'll be at least a little more satisfied.
Yeah, and then you'll just skip the rest of the Red Sox season and get ready for the Patriots, right? Because
correct.
Yeah,
and my Clemson Tigers.
There you go, Greeny. Great to chat with you today, man. Enjoy this weekend. Have a great show on Saturday. No Pirate Radio Live next Friday, Greeny. So we might see if we can track you down on next Thursday and talk with you.
All right, we'll do it. Thanks a lot, Cliff.
Thank you, Mark Greenelge, Golf Shop Radio Show. And how about, now that we're back with you live, Will Zalatoris has caught up with Justin Thomas. Will Zalatoris now 6 under, tied with JT at the top of the leaderboard at the PGA Championship.
And guess who has Will Zalatoris? That would be Shirley Rhodes.
What happened to your boy Rory, though?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't care.
She cares.
We don't talk about that.
Look. The way the pool is whoever wins.
Yeah. So
there's no cumulative score, no nothing. So I don't care what Roy did if he's not at the top of the leaderboard. And right now, my boy Will Zalatoris is carrying the load. So I'm a Will fan until Will is not in the first place slot anymore.
What did Shirley call Will Zalatoris off the air?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't Zalatoris.
Yes, it was.
Nuh-uh. It was Shafafle.
You caught them both. You had
Souffle.
Yeah, it was Souffle. I remember that one.
Yeah, Souffle is what I said.
Zalatoris you had is Bellator. I don't know.
Bellator.
Either way, Will Z and JT at the top of the leaderboard right now. Take a time out, come back, get ready to wrap up this Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
All aboard! Hop on the Emerald Express for a free ride through the Uptown District every Thursday through Saturday from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. The continuous loop begins and ends at GK Butterfield Transportation Center, but you can hop on and off at any of the 13 stops. With stops along Dickinson Avenue, Evans Street, the Town Common, and more, the Emerald Express is the perfect way to travel in the Emerald City. This trolley runs every 20 minutes, but don't worry, the stops are all footsteps away from all the businesses in the Uptown District.
The only way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the only way to get it is at Jersey Mike's, because authentic ingredients make a sub above. Jersey Mike's would like to dedicate the next 3 seconds to our new grilled portobello mushroom and Swiss sub. Trust us, it tastes good too, because fresh ingredients make a sub above.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Temperatures are in the low 30s at 10 a.m., increasing sharply to 75 degrees by 1 p.m., and then dropping into the teens by 10 p.m. So before you go to work, put on some gloves, pack some shorts, and a parka. That should cover you for the day.
Your heating and cooling take a beating. Guarantee your system is ready when you need it. Call Delcor. Buy a new train system and make no payments until 2023. It's hard to stop a train. With inflation and high gas prices, you don't need another payment. So buy this month and make no payments until 2023. Delcor, the service professionals.
Join us at Purple Blossom Yoga Studio, Greenville's premier yoga studio, for our wide array of classes, including restorative, power, hot yoga, and more. We even fly into the weekend with our aerial yoga workshops. New to our studio? Check out our special for new yogis. 3 classes for only $30. Check out our website or social media for all the information and up-to-date schedules at Purple Blossom Yoga Studio. Purple Blossom Yoga, where your health and mindset collide and help you transform to a new you.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles, and welcome inside the booth. Mark Emmert is out as NCAA president. I will have some thoughts next.
Baltimore Orioles baseball.
Driven down the left field line. It's in the corner. This ball is gone! It's a 3-run walk-off homer for Anthony Santander! And the Orioles win it! Their third walk-off win of the season, their second one against the Yankees, and Anthony Santander awaiting a greeting from everybody at home plate.
Catch all the action right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Next June 2023, Mark Emmert is out, and many inside college athletics are counting down the days. The former LSU and University of Washington president leaves with a golden parachute from his $2.7 million gig. Isn't it amazing how people, when they reach a certain position in life and fail miserably, are still rewarded for that failure? Something I have never understood, but that's a subject for another day. During his tenure, the NCAA has basically become obsolete, so inept that now they are asking Congress for a federal law that will allow them to regulate the new collegiate model of college sports. Looking down the road, the NCAA may be nothing more than an organization that hosts championships, and that's it. The NCAA and its people in decision-making roles failed to modernize outdated rules and effectively enforce the rules it did have. Get the sign on the door ready. We are out of business. Come on back next time, and we'll visit inside the booth.
This is Carson Wissenhunt, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The Dow ended the week on a positive note after a rough week. It was only up 8 points, though. It closed out at 31,261. The NASDAQ fell 33 points, closed out the week at 11,354, and the S&P was only up a half a point at 3,901. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All righty, saw a tweet, Archer for Canes, and it said, nothing like hockey in the South tailgating when it's 100 degrees. It reminded me of the only playoff game I've been to, and that was Game 4, Round 1 between the Canes and Capitals in 2019, and it was like it is today. And I just remember walking into the arena sweating, a hot one, and that is the case today as the Hurricanes get ready for the Rangers tonight. Some good old playoff hockey. Again, a completely different scene in Alberta as they had to cancel the Flames outdoor watch party due to snow. So, Two ends of the spectrums there. in the NHL playoffs. Canes and Rangers going on tonight, as will Edmonton and Calgary. The Warriors 6-point favorites. CJ, we talked about it earlier. Warriors have won all 7 of their home games in the playoffs this year. So 7-0, including the regular season. The Warriors have won their last 9 home games since 2015. Golden State is 52-11 in the NBA playoffs at home. Those stats to consider from Newey Scruggs, friend of the show.
Ah, Newey.
52-11 in the playoffs since 2015 at home. They've won them all at home this year.
That's a crazy stat to just keep that level of consistency for so long now. Especially when you think about when this current Warriors dynasty first started in 2015, the league looked entirely different. All of the stars that we see now, they were on different teams back then. So for all of these teams to change that much and the Warriors to stay the same, that's very impressive.
Yeah, I was about to ask. They pretty much have their core nucleus throughout this whole situation,
Yep. So
which goes to show you what consistency and longevity does. I mean, it brings championships instead of players bouncing from team to team to team. And I know, sometimes you catch lightning in a bottle and you can win somewhere else. But I just think there is something to be said about the level of consistency that Golden State has had.
So they won 1 without KD.
Correct.
They won 1 with KD.
They've won none without Steph.
True.
Correct on all those things.
Yeah, that's fair.
So who is not on that original? What was the first year they won the championship?
15
or something?
I guess it was the 2015 finals, maybe the 2016 finals, 2015 season.
They won 2015. I'm gonna look at their roster.
I know the starters, obviously Clay, Draymond, and Steph are still there.
Yeah.
I imagine Iguodala didn't start, actually, I don't think.
Oh, he won the
finals MVP.
Was that the year he won
Yeah,
it?
sure was.
Iguodala was on that team. Sean Livingston was big time on those teams. He was an important player on those teams. Harrison Barnes, forgot about him.
That's right.
Ain't he a former Tar Heel?
He left and took some money with Sacramento.
$64 million from the Kings.
Yikes. Andrew Bogut, did he play a lot for those
was a
Warriors
starter.
teams?
Yep, that
Okay.
was
Leandro Barbosa. So a few names there that were, and one name that was at the NBA draft lottery the other night, Anderson Varejao. What was he, ring chasing?
Right.
Late in his career?
Oh, absolutely.
So Warriors and Mavs going at it tonight. Looking forward to some more Hurricanes hockey. We'll talk about it all on Monday. We'll have a big show on Monday because we'll talk to the Pirates inside the Players Lounge, live from Clearwater, Florida. Also, former ECU pitcher Smitty, Tyler Smith, going to join us in the Pirate Radio studios on Monday as well. Shirley, CJ, great work as always. We'll see you fine folks Monday, 3 o'clock on an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. Everybody have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you Monday. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is